And we're back. And hopefully not laggy. Hold on. Let me check my YouTube dashboard, see if that resolved the issues. That was the fastest amateur hour ever caught up to me. But now the connection says excellent. So I think we okay. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Slight hiccup as we tried to start that stream. But it wouldn't be a Slyboy stream without it. You know what I'm saying? Welcome Twitch, too. We got some Twitch people here. Appreciate that. As I said before the first attempt at this stream went dark, some people seem to not be in the know yet. 6:30 Central Time, Tuesday and Friday, we streaming, baby. That's the schedule, okay? So for people who are feeling like they're always missing streams, that's the situation. My husband has been bullying me. Sorry, not my husband. A commenter says, my husband has been bullying me for being a mod. Tell him you're cool. If I weren't cool, would I not have this look at my fucking fit right now. Hold on. Would I live in this house with these hobbit hole arches and have this incredible fit if I were not cool? Here's what I love about this fit, okay? The brown, so black has always been a staple for me, but the brown really works with the color of my hair and the pigmentation of my skin. You will notice that the pants and the shirt are two entirely different shades of brown, which is breaking the rules, and that's why it works. Now, I will say, I just got these corduroys in today. These are Ralph Lauren corduroys. And they are very nice. Slight hiccup, though. Do I have this in frame? This shit got women's pockets. So that's a slight hiccup, but still a good fit in my estimation. Raincloud, thanks for the 10 quid, by the way. You thought streams were Wednesdays and Sundays? I don't think I've ever streamed on either of those days. Maybe are you like 12 hours time difference from me or something? Maybe it's that type shit. Anyway. Okay, let's get into the news, okay? Where's my thing? Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I had some basic stuff that kind of caught my eye, but the first thing I thought I would get into, as per the title of the stream, is this Hullo situation. Don't know how to say his name. Don't really care. Classic Slyboy maneuver. I'm like a week late. So there's that. Oh, only Jack's in the comments too. Hell yeah. Just notice you. Yeah, so I'm like a week late. But that's not going to stop me from live streaming about it. So let's take a look at this, okay?
His girlfriend.
Hold on. Did I do the fucking shit right? Okay, it looks like the audio is playing correctly. Let me know if it's like doubled or anything, because I always seem to fuck that up.
Is thinking that he was cheating on her. So she goes through his phone. This man was on Telegram buying CP. Which package are you interested in and what's your budget? He said CP $25 max. His girlfriend saw videos of babies being brutalized.
Did you rate those videos at 12 girls? I guess my hand was on my like the whole time. I'm just going through it.
I don't know if anyone feels the same way, but I think that.
Did he say, I guess my hand was on my dick? Hold on, Jarvis, run that bullshit back.
Of babies being brutalized.
Did you rate those videos at 12 girls? I guess my hand was on my like the whole time. I'm
just by happenstance? Dude, how did it end up there? He says it like, now that I think about it, I guess it just ended up down there.
I don't know if anyone feels the same way, but I think that everyone involved is a clown.
His boyfriends are defending him. It's gonna be hard to mog your way out of this.
My pants fell down as excuse.
Yeah. YouTube, man. So it has been a crazy.
Sorry, I did not address the elephant in the room. Thank you for pointing that out. I did, in fact, get a haircut. Shorter than I would usually get it. But some people like it. So.
Your boy has just caught a huge looks maxing YouTuber by the name of Hullo. It's sad when I go over what he...
Again, I am continually baffled by the phenomenon which never existed until, like, I feel like it started happening like 4 years ago for the first time, where you'd be like, big news story breaking, this person did something really bad, or is in a lot of drama, and you're like, I've never heard of that person in my life. And then you look them up and they have like 8 million subscribers. This person doesn't have quite that many, but you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, if something happened to someone that was big, you already knew that person.
He did. You're going to be like, why is he gaining followers? But he's at 347,000 followers right now. But let me tell you guys what he did. So he's a looks maxer, right? So he's kind of like...
This one's crazy.
Right now. But let me tell you guys...
This, I still don't know how to zoom in on Mac. This, on the pinned ones, the pinned one in the middle, that is crazy. That's not human. Did he get surgery or something? Also, let me see. Let's see if I can pull up on the side monitor. I don't know if his profile's still up or not. Hullo.
That's what he did. So he's a looks maxer, right? So he's kind of like clavicular in all of them, where they're doing all this stuff, like they optimize your looks and whatnot, yada, yada, yada. But now let's go over everything, okay? So this is what he did. Hullo, he has a girlfriend, right? And his girlfriend was thinking that he was cheating on her. So she goes through his phone, and
never mind. I'm not signed in on TikTok.
But it actually would have been better if he had just been cheating on her. But when she goes over his phone, she finds the worst possible thing. This man was on Telegram buying CSAM, child sexual abuse material, or you guys might know it as called CP. Not only was he buying it,
that has come out
but
that
he was
bargaining.
Like he was bartering. Like he was like, yo, let me get it for 25. Like literally, one of the things, so you're gonna be seeing people in my chat saying 25 max. And one of the screenshots, he tells the CSAM supplier, yo, he was like, I'm selling it for like $50. And this man, Hullo, was like, 25 max. And now it's become a meme. It became so much of a meme that this donut, this is what really made me want to go after him, is this donut freaking 5x5. He's making memes about
how do you practically achieve this? I have not like delved into the dark arts of look maxing, but how is this... Is he just like, running up his tab on surgeries, or is this like achievable without invasive maneuvers? This looks absurd.
About it himself. Absolutely disgusting behavior.
What's up, Trash Panda? Good to see you.
Man. And the whole reason why he's trying to do it like this is because he wants to water this down. He wants to make the situation not seem like it's that big of a deal. He was also going around spreading false information. This man and his fans.
Uh-oh, we're private, baby. Interesting.
Let me show you guys this real quick. This was his girlfriend, now his ex-girlfriend. This is one of the videos that she had posted. So he posted saying, no stress, there's always two sides to a sword. This is Hullo talking. Coincident that she's overly pushing, trying to get this out.
Yeah, of course. His side and the child's side. There's two sides to it.
On social media after us separating. Easiest
hey,
way
Sly, I
to
hope you're well. I hope
this
you're well too.
Information is online. Therefore, I will release with a video on my behalf. With time, the truth will reveal itself. So he's over here alluding to the fact that she was lying on him, that she wasn't telling the truth and everything, that this is all fake. And this right here is this is a phone call where he was calling her crying. Right? I heard the full phone call. She hasn't released the full thing. But this man was in here crying, asking her to forgive him. He knows how messed up he is and stuff like that. So first, I'm going to show you guys the first evidence before we really get into it, right? So before we even continue, so YouTube's not on my ass and say, because you have to show police presence. YouTube, this is us at the police station making a report. This is an officer right here. This was in Sarasota, Florida. This is us at the police station making another police report. So here, I'm gonna just play this out
incredibly hard.
so YouTube can get off my ass.
All right,
I like that. That's got some serious aura. Him and the predator poacher guy, and the alt girl X.
who am I here with today?
Via.
And where are we right now?
Sure.
And you are whose ex?
Hullo.
All right, so y'all, everything was.
Chat, that is the police officer back there, right? And this is the county sheriff's office, Sarasota sheriff's
Coward
office.
privated his channel figures. I mean, I'm sure that was at the request of a lawyer. I am sure that it was, but it is unfortunate. It would be fun to kind of go through the history if that was still accessible.
And
Dang, you're right. There are hella mods
so, y'all,
in chat
real.
today.
I just put that in my Discord to meet him. We just got done talking to him. He admitted to everything, and it's even worse than we thought. So everything's given over to police. They're doing a thorough investigation of this, and we should be seeing some charges soon. But it's all legit. No hate to all legit. She did everything. She even went to the cops first, so she did everything right, man. So no hate to her. She's doing the right thing. Get mogged.
Shout out Alex, man. Now let's continue. So she outs him. This man, Hullo, to protect his career, was out here pretty much insinuating that she's lying, that she's putting this out there because they broke up. The reason why they broke up was because she saw the stuff that he liked to buy. Now, this is an exclusive. This is just one of the Telegram messages that he was talking to. Just one. This is just one of the Telegram messages that he was talking to, all right?
Okay. Hi, CP teens and all group links available. I like that they added the little like chat GPT-esque check emoji. That's fantastic. Which package are you interested in? What's your budget? CP $25. And he put the dollar sign on the wrong side of the number. Love that. Okay, I get quality CP Megalink with large good files of 2500 HD vid files. Razer Gold gift card or Chime? What the fuck is a Razer Gold gift card? Am I laggy again?
So let's go over this. So
the fuck,
you guys
YouTube?
Can see first, he messaged first. He said hi. This is what the trader said. CP, teens, and all group links available. Which package are you interested? And what's your budget? He said CP.
Is it my internet? Is it my internet that's the problem, or is it YouTube? Because I pay like $150 a month for internet. I have like what is it? AT&T? Is it AT&T? I don't know what it is, but I have 2 GB internet. I feel like I should be fine, and I'm using. I even have a Ethernet cable going directly into the router. Are you planning on interviewing or making more content with the incel guy? Oh, I don't know. Would that be a good idea? I'm not sure.
$25 max. So that's where the meme comes from, y'all. That's where the meme comes from. But there's more. There's more. There's way more other, like, stuff that I can't even have on my freaking computer and stuff that I'm not going to show you guys. But this is the PG version, okay? So let's continue. I get a quality CP Megalink with large good files of 2500
Ethernet the Mac to the router? That's
files.
what's happening. That's the current situation.
Cool. How would you like payment? So this man is over here telling this person that he wants to get a link for 2500 videos. 2500 HD quality videos, chat. This man right here, the mogger himself. And he's still posting like, you know, this situation is not a big deal.
That is crazy. So the screenshot goes viral of this sting op, and then he posts 5x5 for the $25 that he offered. That's so weird because it's not even like clever. It's like the most random tie. It's just like the most autistically bizarre tie-in. I just don't even understand the impulse to do that.
2,500 videos. 2,500. Okay, cool. How would you like payment? Razer Gold gift card or Chime Good? I haven't used either. Do you have Cash App, Bitcoin, or Venmo, PayPal? So he's asking for ways to get this money through. They were telling him to buy like a Razer gift card or whatever. Da 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 da. So he's going through it. Yes, yes, yes. And this is his now ex on his phone recording this, right? Okay, they said payment received. Hold as I get the mega links from my mega links website. And this man said,
sorry, I'm brain dead. I completely glossed over the thing. So is this, I guess this is a real transaction that she got screenshots of the conversation of? Or is this also a sting? I'm not entirely sure. I presume it could be a real transaction. Because they found out about it because of her going through his phone.
Okay with an exclamation point. He was excited. This man was excited to get 2,500 videos of children being brutalized. This is the dude that you guys are making memes of, saying Chad does what Chad wants and stuff like that. And Chad, this man has a 10-year-old sister and he has a 1-year-old sister. We need to have them do a forensic investigation on those children, bro. He has a 10-year-old and a 1-year-old sister. But let's continue. And then, sure, just hold for 10 minutes. So he was getting antsy and he double text and he was ready, almost. He was okay. Then they said, I don't know how we'll fix this. The mega links that goes for 25 has gone expired. The only remaining mega links are of large files of 10,000 plus HD videos files and goes for $55. Will you add $20 and I do?
Let's see, was this guy anywhere other than TikTok? Did he have a YouTube? Hullo. Influencer. Let's see if I can pull up anything else.
In this case, and I sent you 2 mega links, each with 5,000 HD videos each right now. But he just wants a quickie. So he said, can we just do a cheap pack? You can keep the rest. I don't need that much. This man says, I don't need that much. I wish we could do so, but now the remaining mega links are of the large files. The ones with the smaller files expired. So they're probably just scamming him right here, just trying to get a little bit more money out of him. And he said, I don't have any more. So he didn't have any more money.
This is a very this is a very lengthy negotiation over $25. I've made in the time that they've negotiated over $25 in this Telegram conversation, I've made that on stream as a small time streamer. And this guy is a TikToker with 300,000 followers. This is getting this is getting a little anal.
To give. You telling me you're selling the one? Yeah, I'm the one selling. I always stalk them in a mega link. So that's how they usually trade the stuff, is through mega link. Then we'll go down. He was in a bunch of other group chats. Here's another person that he was buying from. As you guys can see, this is two traders that he was buying from, at least that we can show you guys right now. He said hi, they said hi, CP content available, and he says how much? $20 for videos, $30 for mega links, da-da-da-da-da. And he decided to do $20. So I guess 25 isn't the max.
My gosh.
We'll do 22. So what is your budget?
This is also an interesting look at the the underbelly, the transaction world of this stuff.
And then he was like, where can I pay? And and he decided to pay through PayPal. Now, I don't want to leak the email addresses and mess up the case or nothing. So, all I'll let you know is this dummy sent proof that he paid through PayPal.
This fucking guy.
He literally sent the screenshot. So there's a documented trail of him buying CSAM. A documented trail.
There are thousands of those Megalink accounts on Instagram openly selling CSAM, and Meta isn't doing anything to wipe those accounts. Huh. That's it. People would have to be reporting them, no? Are they just popping up that fast?
Defending him, all this and stuff. And there's a way more graphic one, y'all.
Sly, do you think preds are caused by porn addiction? I think some are. I think some that could be like a primary driver getting them to that place, but not all of them. A lot of preds, I think, are caused by being abused earlier in their lives. Honestly, I think that is a very real thing. I think there's a litany of reasons.
His girlfriend saw videos of babies being brutalized. And not only that, she saw in his search bar, he was trying to find videos of animals being harmed.
He was looking for the animals too?
They just bought a kitten.
He was looking for everything.
Animals being harmed. And he just bought a kitten. And when we were over at his house,
I do think when it comes to like the look maxers specifically, the people in that culture, I think, have like extreme body dysmorphia in a way that is married to their idea of sexuality. And so I think everything is just like kind of pushing into the grotesque with them. Everything is like pushing the boundaries of like what it is to be. This sounds kind of weird to say, but like what it is to be a sexual human being in a way. Like, I think it's like it feels like they're reaching for something. Like there's a hollowness and they're reaching for some sort of solution in being perceived as sexually desirable as possible. And like hand in hand with that is kind of like delving into the abyss of perversion, seeking that same fulfillment that never comes.
He's still
a little bit abstract of a way to put it, but I don't know. Maybe I could distill my thoughts better at a later time.
Has that kid in there. I'm gonna continue because I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, you guys are just doing this for clout." I'm obviously not gonna put the case number, but this right here is the police report. So we have a police report filed on hand. Now let's continue even further, right? So I found out about this. I found out about all this situation, and I saw that there was screenshots going around of like his girlfriend saying, "Oh, I'm gonna set you up and stuff." But just looking at the screenshots, you could tell that they were obviously fake. But this monster was going on his page, reposting anything that made him look good. He was reposting that stuff. He was reposting it. If it made him look good or it made her look like she was doing this disingenuously, he was reposting that. When I went through his phone chat, you know what I saw? I saw a note folder where it said defamation. And in the note folder, he said, I can either threaten to sue her for defamation or I can just send her a cease and desist. So he's scheming up ways to silence her, right? He was scheming up ways to silence her. So let's continue further. In my Discord, I wanted to get in touch with his ex. I wanted to get in touch with the girlfriend. She had all of the evidence. She had everything. I needed to get in touch with her. So I put out there, if any of y'all know about this Hullo getting exposed situation, do any of y'all know his girl's IG? She's the one who exposed him. Please let me know in general chat, right? So I'm trying my best to get in touch with her. But then I realized if he knows that I'm getting in touch with her, it's going to scare him. It's going to scare him. So I played 4D chess.
What's the big brain move here? Because I remember,
it's a nothing burger. It's fake.
This is truly my first exposure to this situation outside of just like seeing random kind of clips and pieces of media thrown around. But I know people were throwing Gideon under the bus because they felt like he was defending him or something like that, and apparently he was cozying up to get information or something. At least that's what I heard on the grapevine, but who's to say if that's accurate?
I knew he was gonna see me prying into this, trying to get in contact.
YouTube took away clipping abilities? What? Hold on. Really?
So I was like,
I
you
it
know,
was kind of a failed feature, but still, it was at least a cool thing for the community.
What?
Wait, is that true?
I don't want him knowing what I'm doing. I don't want him to know my next move. I don't want him to know that I'm coming. So I just put out there, it's a nothing burger, it's fake, yada, yada, yada. I put this as bait.
Are you talking about, like, community clips? Granted, this is, again, kind of a failed feature, but, like, this type of a thing, can you not do this anymore? Or are you referring to something else?
Right? I put this as bait in chat. I'm not gonna even lie. I did not think the bait would be that good, but let me show you guys this. This is how good the bait was. The bait was so good, he posted this on his own story on TikTok. I was 25 steps ahead. When I saw he posted this, I knew that we were in. And I let the victim know. I let her know. I was like, hey, you know, I have to do this because I don't want him knowing I'm on his trail.
This is big. This is big. I like this a lot. I am currently trying to figure out how to socially engineer someone. I can't expose any more information than that right now. And this is inspirational to me because this is the type of these are the type of moves I'm trying to be seeing.
Just know that once we expose him, it's gonna be okay.
Thanks for all the 6-7s, guys. I appreciate that.
She did get some flack for me posting that, and I'll show you guys. And people were calling her out of her name, like this dude specifically, right? Look. So that's his girlfriend. Okay, I did not say that. They just edited that, right? But the bait worked. They were posting saying he's innocent, da-da-da-da-da. And also, I have screenshots of people close to Hullo talking about the Discord as well. And I also know for a fact his manager, Hullo's manager, is the person who told Hullo to make
people talking about clipping. I mean, I can screen record some funny moments, but I don't know if it will link the channel. This channel would hugely benefit from people clipping in general. So that is something that I haven't really worked out the tech on. I need to like have a think about how to do that properly, but I don't care if it even links back to the channel. Just my content getting clipped and being passed around is like a goal of mine. I just there's kind of a whole ecosystem to that, and I just haven't really gotten into it yet.
5x5 TikTok, this one right here. So his manager, who I will be outing later, is purposely telling his client to make jokes about him buying CSAM. That $25 he spent $25 to watch and jack off.
Okay, then start saying funny stuff. I will try. I will try.
And he knows
I will try so hard.
He posted this meme. His manager know he did that, yet he posted this meme. I want you guys to think about it like that.
Did you give up on Elden Ring? I've never played Elden Ring. I've never downloaded Elden Ring. What are you talking about?
To watch children's innocence be taken away. We continue. So
it's not an ecosystem, it's a swamp. Yep.
The bait. I saw he taking the bait. I found out about this whole situation on Sunday. Monday at 5 a.m., I was on a flight to Tampa to go meet up with him. Me, Alex, and my filmer. We flew to...
If Sly makes an OF, I'll bankrupt myself on it. I'm gonna clip that. All right, moving on.
Tampa. I don't know if he wants his name to be out there, but luckily, Liv had a friend.
Who is this dude?
Used to be friends with
Do you
Hullo,
mean
after finding out
me, Gideon, or the pedophile? The pedophile is Hullo. No one knows how to say his name.
He cut off all communication with Hullo, and they picked us up at the airport, and we went straight over to Hullo's house, right? We go over to his house. We knock. He opens the door. He
The
sees
two
me out.
dudes?
I shit you not. Like, I saw, like, the life leave his face.
Let's fucking go.
And the bait worked perfectly. I told him, I said, hey, man, I saw you posted what I said on Discord. Obviously, you know, I'm on your side of this, but I want to get more of your side to this, man. I was like, my word has a lot of value. You see how people are seeing what I say. Is it okay we have a conversation? He invited us into his house. And we
Dude in the baby blue is Gideon. You ain't heard of Gideon before? Gideon's an OG.
Recorded for our safety, so you can't say that we hurt you, and you can't say that you can't say that we hurt you, and we can't say that you hurt us. So he knew that we were recording the whole time. We have a 2+ hour long interview with Hullo.
Has that been? This is an overview. Has that like raw footage been released yet?
2+ hours, right? I'm not going to reveal everything, but what I will reveal is his ex-girlfriend did an amazing...
Also, I saw Gideon also posted a second video on this just a couple hours ago, so I'll jump into that as well.
By that night, she reported everything to the police that night, to where they got his phone the same
Gideon,
day.
I like Gideon a lot. I didn't watch his like older prank content before he like started his like Christianity arc and renounced all of that. But in terms of like the Pred stuff, Gideon and Predator Poachers both like do shit correctly. I think that guy Skeeter Gene has also done some stuff, but I haven't seen as much of his stuff. It's just like a genre that's gotten really big, and it's like flooded with a lot of people. Like Vitali like got onto that LARP and literally just like fakes the Predators. So I think that stuff is like really shameful to be LARPing as. I think that's disgusting. But and then a lot of people, of course, also like just are mainly focused on the content and then fuck up the actual investigation, which Predator Poachers has done that before, but he's also done a lot of legit stings that result in real arrests. So yeah, I do generally like the stuff that Gideon has done on that front. Drinking whiskey sour tonight. Who wants to join? I've tried it a million times. I just can't get behind putting lemon juice into whiskey. It's never worked out for me.
So the police have his phone. Not only do they have his phone, but he confessed everything to the police. He made I can't tell you who told me, but he made very, very, very damning admissions to the police themselves, right?
Peach soju slaps.
What we wanted to do
Can attest.
was we just wanted to find out if I could see him being egotistical and keeping some CSAM left over, right? And we also we didn't know if he still had his phone or not, because his ex told us that he was texting her.
You're making me thirsty now. Hold on.
But we found out that all
Where's
he did was
Orange Cam?
he just transferred the number to a new phone after the police had took his other phone. We're going to get into our interview with him, because we had a long interview with him, 2+ hours, that we will be releasing soon. But first thing first is, a lot of people haven't seen this. We had to go in with our phone. We couldn't go in with the camera. And literally, he knew we were recording. This isn't no hidden camera or nothing.
That's crazy.
Right in front of him.
This is the clip. This is like where that clip came from, that he's like, yeah, my hand was on my cock. And he knew they were recording. I mean, all like evil aside, these Looksmaxers are stupid as shit, dude.
So this is me and Alex talking to him. Shout out to Predator Poachers for collabing with us on this operation. Listen to what he admits to. You guys can defend him all you want. You guys can make all the memes and jokes and all that. But keep in mind, this man has a 10-year-old sister and an infant sister as well. And listen to what he admitted.
Like that you saw?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I guess.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask you straight up because you've been straight up with us. You're going to be straight up with this too. Did you masturbate to those videos of 12-year-olds? Or was your hand rubbing your penis at the time that was being watched?
It was just, I guess my hand was on my dick like the whole time. I'm just going through it.
Cross tattoo, amazing.
So,
love that. Love to see that.
Was your hand going up and down on your penis?
Yes.
Okay. So it's fair to say that's probably masturbating.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being honest about that, dude.
Was that Alex Rosen doing the interview? That's kind of a clip. I'm not gonna lie. It's fair to say that's masturbating.
Yes. Okay. So it's fair to say that's probably masturbating. I appreciate you being honest about that, dude.
He shakes his hand.
God damn.
This feels like a skit, dog. It's fair to say that's probably masturbating. And you're talking to a shirtless dude, and then you shake his hand. There's something so intimate about that. That's not an experience I want to have with anybody.
So not only does he admit to that, he also admits later that he bought those videos. He admitted that he knew what CP was the whole time. He also admitted that he bought those for his own sexual gratification. He bought it for his own sexual gratification. And this is a very disgusting and alarming situation. But what is even more disgusting is, like, what I'm seeing is there's looks maxers, and
I'm trying to comprehend someone being so, I don't even know what to call this shit. I think there is a dynamic in which people like want, a part of them wants to get exposed because they realize like there's just something wrong with them. And the only way that like it would ever get addressed is if they just get caught. So this guy's kind of giving, just with the way he's just being like, yeah, my hand was on my cock and stuff like that. He's kind of giving me that vibe a little bit.
I hope this person is watching my stream right now, because somebody's going to do an interview with him soon, right? Somebody's going to be doing an interview with him soon in the Looks Maxing community, and they want to quote unquote get his side of the story. I just want to do what you did, Jadion. I want to get his side of the story. There is no his side of the story. He's admitted to everything. So if you let this monster go on your platform,
Give me 1 second.
and lie, saying that all this is made up, this and that, you're protecting a predator. Am I lying, chat? And keep in mind, this person, this individual, he seen all of these videos and he knows about all of this stuff. Right? And this individual is over here talking about different things where, like, he's talking about different things about how, even when I quote unquote said he was innocent, this individual was saying, Hullo shouldn't go anywhere near Jadion. That's career suicide. So this individual is also trying to help him navigate his career. I just want to put that out there, man. What do you guys think? Do you think if somebody knowingly knows that the person they're going to interview is not only buying this stuff, but viewing it for sexual pleasure, do you guys think if they platform them to let them lie to their audience, do y'all think that's wrong? If you do platform him, press him on the facts. Don't give him some softball interview and let him skirt around. No, press him on the facts. Because this dude's manager is scum as well, where he's trying to... The thing is the Looks Max community is trying to protect him because they know how bad it makes everybody else look. When this situation is a isolated incident, if you leave it isolated, they're looking at this as like, damn, if he goes down, it's gonna make the rest of us look bad. F no. If he goes down, he goes down. Why are you
I made
worried
that perfectly.
about the collective when this has nothing to do about the collective?
Chair stream, let's
This is
go.
a-
Excuse me. Did you not see me at the bar? Were you not watching the orange cam? That's what the orange cam is for. Chair stream. Okay. The absolute disrespect. The absolute slander.
Isolated incident. The crazy thing about it,
Slyboy is house husband material. Hey, Zombie, how you doing?
is all these TikTokers that are making TikToks and edits and stuff about this situation in favor for him. I go on their page and they have no profile pic. They have no videos of their actual face. You know, they're all hidden. And I had to hit him with the Uno reverse. This dude's fans are saying, "Oh, this is AI generated." Yo, okay. In all honesty, chat, let's be honest. Who mogged who? I'm gonna be real, chat. I think I mogged. Now, this is where the situation gets even more weird. We had dudes like this. Loud, proud, and long. Wrong. Listen to this. Jadidion is low-key spineless.
Is it just me, or was fucking Jadion way too cool with Hullo, man? Like, after all the stuff that he did, and, you know, after getting exposed for it in person, the energy was not there in person. He treated him, like, way too, like, nicely. I don't know if anyone feels the same way, but...
That guy, wow. Retarded much? Sorry. I've been ripping the R word too much. Not that I think there's anything wrong with it, but it's like too in fashion. All that bone mashing just for Slyboy too much. Oh, well, I appreciate that, kitten. That does hit me in the feels. I do appreciate that vote of confidence. What was I saying? If you watch any successful pred catcher, Gideon, Alex Rosen, they're always like so nice to the predators because that's how you get their guard down. Like, this is extremely obvious. This is extremely obvious. I think people are used to like Chris Hansen, where he's like incredibly not nice with the predators, but that's because they've already got everything that they need on him for the arrest. These guys are often doing things where they're trying to fish for more information.
I think that everyone involved is a fucking clown.
Wow, I think everybody involved is a effing clown. This dude is a genius.
Retard and fuck are my favorite words. That's great. That's great.
Oh, you know what's... Is that light? Or that's L. Wow, bro, his profile pic is L. You would think him watching a show about detectives catching criminals, he would have just like a little bit of knowledge about this. I mean, your profile pic is L, but you know, I guess he has no comprehension. And then
is this guy also a look maxer, the Asian guy? Seems like he seems like he's like doing that thing where he tightens up his jaw right now.
We're
Mewing.
literally telling him why I do it the way I do it, and he just ignores all those and likes the comments that are on his side. And you see how spread out his likes are? So this particular dude, I DM'd him before I made a TikTok responding to his, and this is what I had to say. I said,
yeah, so I didn't cuss out Hullo and slap him in the face because I actually want to get a confession so that way...
Yeah, fucking obviously. This is so obvious.
You didn't talk to your opinion. I just wanted to give you a reason. You know, I actually want justice to happen, not just to get clicks.
and then this is what he had to respond with.
My opinion on this kind of stuff is like, and thank you for, I suppose, for reaching out and like clarifying.
Can we get that's?
But I genuinely don't have like a ton of respect for this type of content because usually like the people that you're dealing with are like sick, depraved people, and I think like showing them any sort of like respect.
Holy shit! This is the most retarded person I've seen in a long time. What? Who is this fucking retard? Mirrorlight? Jarvis, pull up this retard. M-I-U-R-A. I'm blown away. Account is private! Wait, did I spell it wrong? Am I looking at the right guy? That's the same username, right? Miura. Yup. Oh, that's funny. What a fucking dumbass, dude. That's such a fucking stupid, like, NPC thing. Like, yeah, I get that you are actively, like, I get that this guy would have just continued to prey on children if you hadn't stopped him, but I get such an icky feeling because of the way that you capture pedophiles. Like, that rubs me wrong as I sit here in my bachelor pad with no furniture, by the way. Look at this place. It looks like we have what is that? There's something plugged into the wall there. Maybe that's like Zumba or something. I don't know. Roomba. Maybe that's like a Roomba or like a ball, like a Manscaped product or something. As I sit here doing nothing for anyone in my empty ass bachelor pad, it just really rubs me the wrong way how you go about your tactics of making the world a better place. Just like, I just don't sit right with me.
Takes away from like the victims that, you know, from the child stuff that they're consuming, right? I get like the argument that there could be a positive, like possible positive outcome.
Imagine like doing nothing to improve the world and then going to the people who are like actually yielding arrests, like real life results, and being like, I don't know, that just doesn't sit right with me.
To like what you're doing, right? Because you are getting these people away, right? But I just think it's too contenty, man.
That's, oh my gosh. But that's exactly the point I was making earlier, which is like, it's actually like, I actually appreciate Gideon and Predator Poachers because they're not focused on the content primarily. They're focused on actually doing it correctly. And then they know how to make good content after the fact. But at least in recent history, granted, I will say with Predator Poachers, like their earlier stings, he famously fucked up the EDP thing. But they've learned, and present day, anything I've seen from them, they've done, like they've prioritized real life results and then made content off the back of that instead of prioritizing the content and fucking up the investigation. That's exactly what like makes these guys better than like Vitali and these LARPers.
That what you are doing may be like a net positive.
This is such a fucking pussy ass opinion. This is like the most embarrassing like expression of an opinion I've ever heard.
It's just the execution, bro. I'm not a fan of it. I appreciate you reaching out, though.
So this is how smart the dude with the L profile pic is. By his logic, you being nice to a criminal, so he also thinks detectives are spineless and clowns. When you're nice to the criminal to get a confession out of them, you discredit the victims of the crime and the children. You know, like, I get it's a net positive that, you know, you're gonna...
Like, this dude, how old is this guy? Like, 23? The Asian dude? It's like, this would be, like, an understandable, like, level of confusion to have if you were 10 years old. Like, this is literally like a 10-year-old's perspective of like, wait, why are you being nice to the bad guy? I don't understand.
Get them arrested? I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of how the law actually works. I'm just not a fan of how, you know, cops do their job. I'm not a fan. I don't get it. I like that. Okay? This is what you should have did, Gideon. Okay? You should have just slapped him. Give him 3 hard slaps.
Yeah, gotten a battery charge.
Like his CP, then posted it and cussed him out. And bro, that would have been so based. You would have been mogging all over him, and he would have learned his lesson, and the kids would have been safer, bro. But no, man, this you being nice get him to actually confess to everything? Yuck! Ugh! So, this is what I had to say next.
Yeah, man, your opinion's definitely so valid, man. You know, it's like whenever a police officer interrogates the criminal and, like, they're cordial and nice to them to get them to actually talk about the crime. So I'm guessing you have a problem with police, you know, being cordial and nice to criminals, man, you know. Actually, just the other day...
This is some pretty premium drama we got off the back of this situation, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man, you know, I get what you mean. It's too content-y. You know, also, another dude that we caught, he was actually doing something to a real 8-year-old girl. But yeah, man, too content-y, you know? And he's about to face life in prison. But, you know, I was too nice to him, and I got him to...
I just couldn't imagine, like, as like someone who doesn't do real life arrests and stings yet. Gideon, hit me up. Okay, Predator Poachers, hit me up. I would provide incredible comic relief to a sting, I promise you. As someone who doesn't do shit in the real world, for the most part, going to someone who, like, has numerous arrests under their belt as a direct result of their sting, being like, I just don't really... I just don't like that. It just rubs me the wrong way. Like, the vibes are off. If you have, like, an actual argument, an actual substantial criticism, that's one thing. But just being like, I just don't like the way that you're, like, buddy with him. It's just like, it feels weird. That's really funny. That's a really funny perspective to have. Meow, thanks for the $5.
Because of all the charges that are on him.
Appreciate you.
You know what, man? You definitely know what you're talking about. You definitely know what you're doing. If you can, just link me any catches.
Oh, wow. Sorry. Missed out on Twitch, too. Trash Panda gifting a tier 1. Thank you for doing that.
It's totally valid. And, yeah, man, great job.
You're just taking care of everybody over on Twitch.
Genuinely, I've been getting a lot of weird DMs and stuff. I just want to be left alone. When I said that I was going to make a stitch to it.
Oh, Trash Panda, thank you for... I saw you gifted, like, $2 or $3 on the video I posted today too. Thank you for doing that. You're always coming through with that stuff, which is a kind of a thankless job. It kind of gets, like, lost in the comment section as opposed to, like, live stream stuff. So you've been a very thorough supporter. Just appreciate that level of support. Thank you very much.
Yet publicly talk about it makes sense. And he says,
Samantha, you're finally here.
I can make an opinionated video and stuff. Hey, you're such a big creator. I've been getting dogpiled in DM. Shit, bro. I've been getting mogged on, bro. You're comment mogging me. You're like mogging me. Your view mogging me. You know what? You're just like yogging me. I'm L. You're like yogging me. You killed me, bro. You literally killed me. Spoiler alert. Then he has this to say.
What's up, Lizzie?
If this is like a formal request of like asking me to take it down, right? Like, I mean, I don't really want to. Like, you know, my videos usually don't have that much views.
What?
But if like the insinuation is that if I leave it up, you're gonna like make a stitch, which would like subsequently lead to people, like more people like harassing me and shit, and like telling me to like, you know, yeah. So
what? Chat, have we found the biggest pussy of 2026? This guy's like a Lima toad.
I mean, if you really want me to take it down like really badly, sure. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, man.
That's all I gotta say, man.
Sly, do you normally watch Gideon? No, this is the first Gideon thing I've watched on stream, but I was really interested by this case, so I thought I would get into it. I have not really been an active, like, I haven't really kept up with what Gideon has been up to in a while. Like, I've been kind of tangentially aware, but I've like been aware enough to know that I've appreciated some of the like stings that he's done in the last couple of years.
Oh, let me have my dog shit take, please, bro. I know my takes are dog shit.
How do I become a member on iPad?
I don't get that much
I don't know. Do we have any IT people in here in the community?
Let me have it, please, please. This is where the situation gets even worse, man. His boyfriends are defending him. There's this dude named Not Jeff Mack. He says, as a former defense lawyer, as someone who has faced allegations before, I know the importance of waiting to hear both sides. Stop judging as if you know someone's life and let the facts come to light.
There's not really like a both sides. It's not a both sides situation when you have screenshots of someone purchasing CSAM. Unless if the other side is literally, these are fake screenshots. That's the only defense. It's not a... What would be the hypothetical other side that would change the context of... I'll go with the child abuse material Gigapack Deluxe 2000 package. Please. Thank you very much. Zayla, thank you for the 10 gift memberships. Very, very generous of you. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah. Subscribe, then join for the person who is asking how on iPad to get the thing. It's where the subscribe button is, and then you hit that thing again, and there's a join option. $1 a month, folks. Best dollar you'll spend all month.
Tonight, that will be posted later. This will go into depth about Mason's true story. Like I said, his boyfriends are on the defense. They're trying to get his side of the story out so badly.
There you go, Lizzie. Everybody hit Lizzie with the emoji of my former roommate doing the hand motion. If you're on YouTube. Sorry, Twitch, I haven't figured out how to make custom emojis yet. Anybody? Hold on, I'm not starting the video again until someone at least... Okay, there you go. Someone's got it. Jason's got it. There you go. There we go. Yep. Congrats, Lizzie. You're part of the family now.
You're fucked. Mason, you are fucked. You are a sick individual. And this isn't going to be a probation charge because you have priors. You're on probation. So not only are you on probation, but you're doing this as well. It's going to be hard to mog your way out of this. And I know you thought you deleted everything before the cops took your phone. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. So that is the end of my TED Talk. That is the situation, man.
Oh, wow. That just cut off. Okay, so he posted another one. Was it on Gideon Premium? He posted another one just recently. Okay. This is, I presume this is an update.
Of a female...
Hold on. Okay, here's an interview with the girlfriend. I guess we'll move right to this.
Of a female child between the age of 8 to 10 years old. The female child is on her back with her knees bent to her elbows. Her wrists are tied to her ankles. The female child is screaming and crying through the duration of the video.
That was a brutal... I did not need to hear that. Also, why is everything black and white except his do-rag? I would like to know that. But I guess that's neither here nor there.
Screaming and crying through the duration of the video. The Hullo situation is much, much, much worse than any of you guys could possibly realize. And I want to make this video so that way there's no shred of, doubt. There's no shred of compassion. There's no shred of anything for this man, because this man is literally the epitome of evil. Because we're going to be reading the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office description of the videos found in his phone. And I have to warn you, these videos are traumatizing. It is very descriptive. Nothing's going to be shown, obviously, but we will be reading it. If you don't think you can handle it, which is totally fine if you can't, just please leave a like on the video before you leave. I want this to be known to everybody, because this man is 18 years old, and there's people going around being like, wow, does an 18-year-old really deserve to get his life ruined over this? Like, here, let me show you an example of one tweet. Oh, he's in high school. How are you going to get him in trouble for liking girls a couple years younger? The girls, not the babies that we're going to be reading in this affidavit, the youngest is 6 years old. So you guys have been warned. Trigger warning.
Born in 2007.
This is going to be a very disturbing video. I am not monetizing this video at all. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's read this. So this is
He's
the first
19.
affidavit. This is the narrative and everything that the detective used. So it's going to be pretty much just telling the whole story, okay? So it says, on April 30th, 2026, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office met with Livia. That's his ex-girlfriend.
Is this, a lot of people are expressing a lot of discomfort over the subject matter. Is this a little too much? Even I'm a little bit like, that intro was was kind of a lot to go through. I think we kind of got the vibe. Like I was, when they started talking about the Giga Drive, I was not under the impression that it was filled with anything good. So I honestly am kind of with you guys where I don't necessarily want to get into the nitty gritty. Like, I think we got the idea. Thanks for the $5 RPM. All right, I'm back. I had a shit day at work and it's Mother's Day. Wait, is it Mother's Day today? Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi, bro. Is it Mother's Day today? Tell me it's not Mother's Day today. Okay, you fucking scared me, dude. I thought I fucked up. Why'd you do that to me? I thought I fucked up. I thought I fucked up big time. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so anyway. I'm with you guys on skipping the nitty gritty. We understand what was going on. We don't need to get in the nitty gritty. Let me see if there's a little bit just of like normal drama here.
Freak. This is Jeff Mack, one of his friends, who drove all the way from Pennsylvania down to Florida to come be there for his friend, right? Be there for his friend and have his back and have his side publicly. And this is what he's defending.
I chose to show compassion as someone the internet decided deserves none. So let me make something clear. I'm not saying wrongdoing is okay. I'm not saying someone shouldn't face consequences for their actions.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to support anyone's bad behavior.
Okay.
But I also believe this. The easiest thing in the world is to love someone when they're doing really well. The hardest thing is showing compassion when they've completely fallen apart. Everyone says they believe in forgiveness until they're faced with someone who they think is unforgivable.
First day, right off the bat, after he admits everything, you just want to be there for him. That's just crazy to me. But that was just one video. There's more, sadly. The next.
So there's just like goofy supporters in the Luke Smaxon community.
Ex-girlfriend, he started spreading lies about her, saying that she set him up, saying that she faked.
Why do they all have to be shirtless? That's an excellent question.
Who could even imagine to think of something so grotesque to throw on somebody? I got one more thing, because when a predator is caught, it's never their first time, right? And I'm gonna have to preface this, what I'm about to say, as a big allegedly, a very big allegedly, but I would have no doubt in my mind that this is true. For privacy reasons, I'm gonna blur out the person who sent this DM to Alex. But this is what it says. A couple years back, when I lived across the street from him in Indiana, his cousin was probably around 1 or 2, and she told her mom that Mason touched her.
Fantastic.
Mason was, I'm pretty sure, 13 or 14. So this was only 5 to 4 years.
So it's a whole gaggle of fuckery, basically.
Absolutely vile. And you absolutely will be exposed. Let's expose right now. Why you gotta be so silly, Hullo? You're a freak, bro. I saw you in my comments saying, free Hullo. What is wrong with you? Why?
I love that still to this day, nobody, including Gideon, has any idea how to pronounce his name. There's no way it's Hullo. Hullo? I don't know.
Do you have siblings? Imagine if he spent $25 to watch your sibling be brutalized. Would you be saying free him? You probably would. You probably would, looking at you. You're a freak. The whole lot of you. And there's a lot more. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this today. It's a sick world we live in, man. I just wanted to give you guys the fact of this case. The fact of this case is this man's a monster.
I feel like there's like there's always going to be like a toxic masculinity verse. Because like a few years ago, it was like the Andrew Tate phenomenon, and then what's his face? Clavicle guy is like replacing that now. There's like always gonna be like the, fuck bitches get rich, treat women as sex dolls type crew. It just keeps evolving. One goes out of vogue and another rises to take its place. Clavicle is woke? What the fuck are you talking about? What? I'm not mad at that opinion. I'm just truly baffled at what that could possibly mean. Clavicle is pro-trans? Well, Clavicular, I still don't know how to say his name. I think just there were very rigid concepts of what it is to be like left and right 5 to 10 years ago, and those are breaking down now. People may be like very pro one thing that was classically woke or classically conservative, and very anti something that was the opposite. Which is, I think that's actually better. I think it's better that there's more diversity of stances on life issues like that. But clavicular, I still don't know how it's pronounced. Woke. I don't know. That feels like a little bit of a tall order, just to me personally. Okay. I get okay. So that I guess that's it on this fellow. Where did my playlist go? Let me track that boy down. Okay, so a little bit of a pivot. Unless if anybody has the plug on anything else that's pertinent about the Hullo situation, then hit me with that. Otherwise, I'm going to get into some other stuff. Clavicle is pro Newsom. I remember him saying something about Newsom, but I think he was just saying that Newsom is hot and therefore Newsom is better than JD Vance. I don't think Clavicular operates like on the same clavicular. Thank you. I don't think Clavicular operates on the same mental plane as most people. I think he has I think he's a single issue voter, and his issue is whether he finds other males attractive. Which is not, again, most people have a slightly more nuanced lens when it comes to their perception of reality. So, because obviously Gavin Newsom is hotter than JD Vance. I don't think JD Vance would dispute that. All right. So here's a fun little diddly. Before I do that, hold on. Time me. All right, clock starts now. Okay, slight hiccup because these are new pants, and I hadn't, there's a break-in period when it comes to understanding the zipper mechanism of a new pair of pants. 14 seconds allotted for hand washing. Still have a limp, by the way, because of the bum leg. 61.93 seconds. I say that's okay time. I say that's okay. Well, the pants are pre-owned, so they're technically broken in. But when I say break in, I'm talking about you gain a relationship with how the zipper kind of flows. You know what I'm saying? How it operates. So the zipper, my zipper unzipping was a little more clumsy than it would usually be because I was getting used to a zipper I was not familiar with. If that makes any sense. Okay. I know. Well, I have a limp right now. Okay, I'm still getting over the leg thing. So, you have to factor that in. Okay, bro. I got this stream up on my projector like it's cinema. Picture it didn't happen. That sounds like a great time though. Dude, little Sly Boy stream on a projector. Maybe outside in the nice, summer weather. Little fire going. Cigars, even. S'mores. Type shit. That could be the move this summer. So much so that, I wish I could experience it, but I can't because I have to be the one streaming.
What are y'all going to tell him?
Huh?
What are y'all going to tell him?
Well, we're going to tell him that you're being placed under arrest also.
No.
I can't warn you enough about how disturbing this story is. That is now
I can take it, Jesse. Who do we have this one? Is it Jesse? Or is it Pink Guy?
former public school teacher being arrested along with her boyfriend.
Yes. Solicitation, child pornography.
Oh my gosh.
That's not all.
That's called bestiality. You can't do that.
We just received the
Bro
body
said you
cam
can't
and
do that.
interrogation video showing how investigators handle a case that will leave you speechless. We're on the case, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. There are no words.
We got Pink Guy. And they always put the pink lamp behind him. I feel like they're doing it on purpose. Because they never put the pink lamp behind Jesse. The set dresser is like, no, I feel like this is good for you. I don't know why. I'm just getting a vibe. It's just it's matching. Damn, he's pink as fuck. He's so pink. He's so pink. It looks like him and the lamp are family members of Patrick Starr. Dude, it's Mother's Day. Can we skip PDF cases? Nope. No, we can't. Also, what is this new tech on YouTube? Trash Panda sent a gift? Thank you for the clapping seal. I don't know what that does. You're telling me about this now for the first time.
Public school teacher.
He's so fucking pink, and the lamp is so pink, and they look like they're twins.
A former public school teacher just pleaded guilty to. And in this case, we are going to let law enforcement and their body cameras tell the story.
Hello. Deputy Hayden with the Sheriff's Office. On today.
Y'all talking in private?
No, we can talk together.
Yes, the deputy is here. All right, thank you.
This is body cam video from a deputy with the Angelina County, Texas Sheriff's Office. Small town, eastern part of the state, close to Louisiana. The woman you hear in the video is Hillary Williams. At the time of this, she was a high school math teacher, and the man that she's with is her boyfriend, and his name is Michael McCary. It's roughly 6:30 in the morning, and deputies arrived after Williams called law enforcement claiming that her boyfriend was talking about trying to hurt himself. So all of this started as a wellness
I
check.
just don't get the
Deputy
goatee
takes him
thing.
over to a cruiser to make sure he's okay, and another deputy stays with Williams to talk. And what she says takes this call and this investigation in an entirely new direction. Now, part of the conversation.
Wait, so they busted her for CP, and she's just like, by the way, I also like dogs.
That's why you're going to hear the audio cut out at times. But Williams admits to sending a nude photo of a juvenile
to a dog.
To McCary.
We had a big fight today.
Okay.
And he threatened to kill himself. He sent me a picture of himself standing on something tall.
Where was he at?
It was a culvert.
What?
You know, like a water pipe.
Okay.
And
Is he just trying to get a reaction out of you?
I don't know.
Has
I
he
don't
ever
know, but
done?
he keeps threatening to leave and do it again. So I told him if he
What
wants to
Aussie
call, so I was gonna
PDF?
call y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And he is
Also, I think you can use the actual word pedophile in YouTube chat. No,
blackmailing me with all
maybe you get
these
censored. I'm not sure.
pictures and stuff.
What kind of pictures?
There's a nude photo of my.
Why does he have that?
I sent it to him.
It's not his.
She
dog.
kind of looks like Ted Cruz. Am I the only one
Okay.
on that vibe?
Why would you send him a picture of your daughter?
He asked for it.
Oh my gosh. This fucking bitch.
Why? Why? You know. I don't know is not a viable answer. Has he been touching your dog?
I don't think so.
How old is your okay. So is the picture
Yes.
when did you send this picture?
A couple weeks ago.
Is this the only time that you've done that?
Yes.
What was his reasoning behind wanting the picture?
We were talking about how much she was going up.
What'd she say?
And we were talking about how much she was going up.
Ugh.
And
Bitch!
developing. And I had the picture.
Did he want the picture for self-gratification?
I don't know. I don't know what he wanted it for.
What is this fucking baby ass excuse? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I just sent it. I didn't even think about it. Who knows what it could be for? Bitch!
Okay, why do you think it would be okay to send him something like that?
You can't say the B word, Sly. It's not ladies' night. Do I not get a pass? Do I not get a pass? For this situation? Please, women. Please.
Okay. So, why is
Video
he
volume is
threatening to
soft.
hurt
It's
himself?
soft for me too. She's like really murmuring her words, which doesn't help. But let me see if I can boost it up a little bit for you guys.
Tonight.
There we go.
We had a fight today.
I don't get a pass? No, I do get a pass. If I get a pass from one woman, I say that's enough. Someone said I get a pass. So.
How?
Hell yeah.
So it sounds like on her own, Williams is admitting to law enforcement to having possessed and sent child pornography to her boyfriend. That deputy then goes over to her boyfriend to learn more, and he learns that this is no longer just an investigation into child sex abuse material.
His Letterman jacket says S.A. I mean, come on. Come on now. Please. All right. That's a little bit too on the nose. All right. Okay, simulation, I'm watching you. That's a little bit too on the nose.
Have any other pictures on your phone?
Kitten, thanks for the $10. 48-hour pass granted. Okay. It's been signed, sealed, and delivered. There's a paper trail for the B-word pass. 48 hours too. I'm gonna be milking that, by the way. You better hope no videos get uploaded to the channel in the next 2 days.
Or
what?
Huh?
Or what?
Do you have any other pictures on your phone that you shouldn't have on your phone?
One she took.
Huh?
One she took.
What did she take?
You guys up there?
No, you're talking to me.
She took.
This fucking guy.
took a picture of her and an
Of her and who?
animal.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Her and an animal.
Her
Holy
and
shit!
And an animal?
He's busting this case wide open.
And what were her and the animal doing?
Sexual assault.
Okay. Do you have any pictures of?
One she took.
Okay. Why do you have that?
She sent them to me
Why did she send them to you?
because we were role playing.
I think it's a little bit beyond role play at that point.
Take that. Put it right up there.
He's got a full blicky. Oh, it's his
You
phone.
can just,
Okay.
just lay it down up there on the hood. It's fine. All right.
Why would you just tell the cops this? I think, like I said before, with the Hullo guy, often people have kind of realized, like, whatever mental fuckery I've gotten myself into, it's gone a little too far. And I feel like such a disgusting human being. I'm kind of a little bit open to just the outside world getting a view into me and busting the case open so that, like, I can take my hands off the reins a little bit. It could be that type of situation here as well.
Slide it up so it doesn't slide off. Okay.
I'm watching him for a minute.
Yep.
All right, I'll be right back.
This has now become a bestiality case.
I mean, you've already admitted to me that the pictures are on your phone. So, will you give me consent to look at those pictures?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hand me that phone, please.
Yeah, see, I think he is like, he realizes this is going too far. He wants to just, like, let the world kind of take care of this situation.
Right now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Walk over here with me. Walk over here. I'll open the back door and let you sit down there. You can sit there with your feet out. That's fine.
Thank you, Law and Crime, for including 2 unbroken minutes of this police officer just rifling through paperwork that we can't see. I'm very glad that you padded out the time of this 30-minute video with that. That's very cool. That's the Law and Crime I know and love.
Let me take a look at those pictures. So, if you'll just sign right there, date it. Here, I'll put the date on there. If you don't mind, if you just sign right there for me. One of y'all witness that for me, please. Okay. You want to open that phone up?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't know where you keep your pictures at, man.
Law and Crime, bless their hearts, they're 90% filler. I will stand by this. The best way to watch Law and Crime is on my stream. Because Law and Crime at this point basically necessitates a third-party editor, which is me.
Thank you.
Probably clear.
Shit. Do they not have an expert coming in? They usually pad stuff out with an expert, and I'm waiting for them to bring on, because usually there's like 6 minutes of actual police footage and then 30 minutes of some guy who's like a lawyer or something that they just yap on. So I'm waiting for them on this video to be like, and here's Jerry, who also has sex with dogs. Jerry, what do you feel about this particular case? Ooh. To be honest, this is the first stream I've ever seen of Sly Bro. Well, welcome. It doesn't get much better than this. I'm sorry.
Okay, where's the ones of her? Where's the ones of your girlfriend?
Okay, I love this dead air. This is fantastic. So much stuff for me to react to.
Okay. But back from the police. You don't have anything on you. You don't want to take jail, any drugs, guns, knives, anything like that. Will be another charge. Okay. Oh, no. I said if you do have anything on you, it'll be another charge. We don't want that. Hold on a second. There we go. Not too tight, is it? Not too tight. Wait a minute, see for me. What charge? Child pornography. Go ahead and turn around, put your feet in. I'll go ahead and secure you with this, okay?
Okay, do we have anything actually of substance?
That appears to be the moment that the deputy sees the photo.
Okay, we get back to
the image of a child
the teacher.
Deputies then turn their attention to the public school teacher.
All right, talk to me.
Brought the photo up in conversation.
Is he being arrested?
Yes, ma'am. He's going to be placed under arrest.
Why is she not under arrest?
Being arrested?
I need...
What's happening?
I'll explain that to you in just a minute.
Can we watch Nick Crowley videos? What's a good entry point into that?
Dad's.
I only have his phone number.
You don't know what his name is? Where does he live at?
Nacogdoches.
What's the address over there in Nacogdoches?
Said Naked Oches? They really just like any ounce of footage they can have, they want to play it. That doesn't matter if it's like the most dry stuff ever.
Hold on a second. 523, that mail's in custody.
Smart Schoolboy 9 video. Oh my gosh. I still have not delved into that. Oh man. Wow, this was a huge story. I don't know anything about this individual. Don't? There's so many people trying to veto this. Damn, is it really that bad? Worth watching to the end? Hold on. See if I can get to the interrogation.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Just jump way
Trying
ahead.
to figure out why the pockets were in.
I hate when we get to one of these things where there's like equal split in chat of like, don't watch that video and please watch that video. I don't know what to do.
We see anything on a phone yet?
Williams and McCary are then taken into an interrogation room.
What happens when you guys get on this cocaine thing? Y'all get along when you guys are on these binges, or?
Sly, have you streamed about the David case? I have, yeah. The last, I think I want to say over the last few streams, I have touched in on that maybe 2 or 3 times. Not like super comprehensive, but you know, enough.
Yeah, but it gets freaky.
It gets what?
Freaky.
Freaky? Okay. Explain that.
Chair stream.
It's freaky is different from me to you, right? Everyone has their own different freakiness.
Yeah. So we role play.
Okay.
Just something different.
So like when you role play, what are you talking about? What kind of role play are you guys doing? Commonly.
It's like daddy, daughter,
Sorry, just trying to stay hydrated.
just stuff like that.
Also, just like the whatever this camera is doing, it looks like the Coca-Cola can is like a product placement that was photoshopped in.
Right. All right.
It is totally the cocaine.
I got you. So the cocaine is.
It makes you like just think off the wall.
Okay. So you said it's daddy daughter. How far have you guys gone
Hold
on
on.
the role play thing?
I can do a poll. Let me run that real quick.
Okay.
It's never been.
Okay. Not a child.
None of that.
Okay. Let me ask you this: where do the photographs come in on this? The photographs that are on your phone. Where do those come in at?
She went in the bathroom with her.
Okay. And
Just took the pictures and sent them.
why did she send them to you?
Show me.
Was it something you wanted to see at the time?
Yeah, on cocaine.
You wanted to see pictures of?
There we go.
It was.
I mean, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Why? I want to get through this. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever done that before?
No, sir.
You've never seen any kind of child pornography?
No, sir.
Okay. You obviously understand that's what that is. So they're naked. Are they naked? How many photos would you say there is?
I think she sent 2 photos.
2 photos. What were the pictures of?
Sir?
What were the pictures of? Like exactly what? Or describe it.
From.
Frontal. Like when you mean breasts. Vaginal.
You couldn't really see.
Couldn't really see, but you don't see the breasts.
This fucking guy.
And she did that. She took the photographs. You didn't take the photographs. She just sent.
Looked
them
like
to you.
Nick Crowley is coming ahead in the poll.
Yeah, at the time. Okay. Whose idea was it to take the photos of the child?
Where's the woman at? Let's get over to the woman. Oh, we got Jesse Pinkman here.
It is. Cases like this, they are not unique. In fact, according to the Department of Justice, the amount of tips related to possible child pornography cases has steadily been on the rise over the past decade. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children,
Twitch doesn't get a vote. Gang, I don't know how to do a poll on Twitch. Is it, I don't know what any of that shit is. Cheer. Those are emojis, I presume. How do I, you tell me. I don't see the option for that.
2021, there was a 35% increase in child sex abuse material, reaching more than 29 million reports. And that is just in 2021 alone. In 2023, the cyber tip line received more than 36 million reports of suspected online child sexual exploitation, and that contained more than 105 million images, videos, and files. Again, these cases are awful, but they are happening far too often, and they are far more common than maybe you expected.
Things started, like, we started fighting.
All right, is the
She wanted, I want to play with her.
let's hear her POV.
July last year.
Yes.
How'd y'all meet?
Online dating.
Online dating. What website?
Facebook.
The Coca-Cola can's gone.
Oh wait, no, it may have been Tinder.
Tinder, okay. When did he move in? Does he live with you? Okay, when did he move in?
Okay, well, the schoolboy thing has resulted in a 74% vote
Yeah, it was way
towards
Before the
schoolboy.
school year started, or well, after school year started?
It was kind of a long transition, so it was kind of both.
Oh, well, okay. Or he was staying the night, kind of hanging out, but still had another place to stay, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Williams goes on to say that her boyfriend was blackmailing her with pictures, and that's a very different story than what he told the same deputy.
Who drank the Coke? Who drank it?
That if I called y'all, he was gonna ruin my life.
She's got a solo cup, so maybe she drank it.
And how is he going to ruin your life?
With these pictures.
What's with these pictures? What are these pictures?
Gang, it's always... What time is it? In Nashville? Okay, it's only 8:15, but still. It's always late in the stream where I want a cup of ramen, and I don't have any ramen in the house. This happens every time. It happens every time.
I'm not sure if the pictures.
I can't believe this.
Or,
Like what?
like there's one picture of me putting my
My dog's what?
private area. Yes.
But I need you to be honest with me, okay? Because obviously we have the phone.
I'm just embarrassed that it exists, and I don't like to talk about it.
It appears.
Oh, you poor thing. I'm so sorry there's a picture of you fucking a dog. Oh, baby. Oh, how could this happen to
Is
you?
admitting to crimes that will put her in prison for decades.
How could
The
this
deputy
happen?
Then brings up how she has her daughter
Oh,
in
sweetheart.
images with a 37-year-old man.
Oh
I
my
want you to
gosh.
remember this woman, again, a mom, but also a teacher.
If I'm looking at what happened, why would a 37-year-old man need a picture?
But a cup of ramen costs like 78 cents. If I DoorDashed it, it would be like $15. That's just like not, I'm trying to be smart with my money. All right. It's not ROI positive.
Right.
What is it for?
Get an IRL stream
no,
going.
what is it
I've been
for?
tempted to. I don't even know what tech do you need, because I know people buy like $10,000 get-ups for that. I don't know what like the base level, what the entry point for that is, but that would be kind of funny.
It is. Okay, this is big for you to go through this because guess what? This is very serious, and you need to admit the parts that you do know. Okay, because you're smart. You're a teacher. Okay, you're not dumb. You're college educated. You're a thinker. Do I think you've been compromised probably by using
Slyboy Ramen Fund? I mean, you're welcome to start that.
You probably should have been hanging out with.
I'm not going to stop you.
Because he's got all sorts of other issues going on.
Like what?
I mean, he's got mental issues himself that he's going through. He's not mentally stable himself. Your job as a parent is to protect her. Well, I mean, yeah, you need to have. It's nice to have companionship. It's nice to have those things, but ultimately, that's not your. When you have a child, your job is that child, and to protect that child.
I'd get my ass robbed if I did an IRL stream. Now, all sorts of people are doing streams in Nashville now. Also, I just shoot them because this is Nashville, so there's that.
Against everybody.
You're right.
So let's get into this dog stuff. What's the deal with the dog?
That was his idea.
Can barely hear the video, but Sly is super loud. That's probably on me, gang. That's probably on me.
He wanted it. He got the dog. I wanted to make him happy.
The next part of the conversation is far too graphic to include in this episode. But even after all of
that's
this,
easier to do.
Williams seems to be more worried about her job.
And then there's a lot here that bothers me is sending a child to public school, and you know how many kids are in your classes.
Yeah.
You know, and parents are entrusting you, and it's like a, you know.
I'm probably gonna lose my job.
Yeah, I would be more worried about my child than my job right now.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I would say I'm 100%, and how this turns out, even if you beat the case in the end, and they drop it for a technical.
All right, long story short, she's a bitch, which is a word I can use for the next 48 hours. I have the pass. Okay. All right, I think we have to do this. Where's that tab? Okay, I think we have to do this. All right. Okay. I'm trying to make myself ready for this. So, first of all, the question is, what drink do I make? Because if I'm gonna get into this, I know I'm gonna need something. You can't hear me now? I need to make myself a little louder. Check. 1 2 1 2. Let me see. Do we have any bartenders in here just by happenstance? A lot of people saying I'm quieter. I just boosted my volume just now. I do have vodka on house, Jack and Coke. Don't have Jack or Coke, so that's off the table. Also, not really my style. Yeah, what's a proper schoolboy kind of beverage? Is there something that fits the genre? Blue Hawaiian? Don't know what that is, but I feel like I probably don't have the ingredients for it. That sounds more tropical than I would typically go for. I have, let me just name, can I just pan over to my wall real quick? Hold on. Let me give you guys a rare view into the studio. Okay. Okay, looks like I got that. Okay. All right, it's going to be a little obscured. Hold on. So for the mixologists, I'm just going to rattle these off real quick, and then I'll get back to the main cam, and you can let me know what's worth making. Mezcal. Armagnac. Bourbon, gin, vodka, Saint Germain, my goat. A tiny bit of limoncello, Grand Marnier. This is absinthe, a little bit of Campari, cherry liqueur, and Chinar, I think it's pronounced, which is the Italian artichoke liqueur. Okay, that's the layout, and then of course I have bitters and accoutrements like that. Okay. Is that all clear? Let me try and get this back. Boom, we back. Can I believe you said limoncello like that? Is that not how you say limoncello? Thought it was. Let's see. Did anybody say anything? Limoncello? I don't know. Are you buzzed? No, not currently. What's on your pedal board? Well, I am proud of my pedal board, but I think that would bore most of chat. 1.5 bourbon, 3/4 Campari, 1/2 ounce absinthe with lime. Okay, I'm tempted by that. I don't have lime. Will it work without lime? Kelly? No tequila? Well, I have mezcal. Mezcal's like tequila, but actually good, right? I'm Italian. You pronounced limoncello well enough. Thank you. Kelly, would it be okay for me to just make exactly what you just said without lime? Also, did you just pull that out of your ass? 1/2 ounce of absinthe? Really? Is this a real thing, or did you just make it up just now? Okay. We need to talk about sly music. No, we don't. Appreciate that vote of confidence, though. Or use lemon. I don't have a lemon or lime. I also don't usually love lemon in drinks. Vodka plus Everclear. Hell yeah. If I had Everclear, I would go for that. I would be just in silly enough of a mood to run that stunt. Okay. 1.5 bourbon, 3/4 Campari, a ½ ounce absinthe. Okay, I'm gonna whip that up on the thing real quick as I get this going. Absinthe is more of a wash. I don't even know what you mean by that. Absinthe is just so strong. I feel like ½ an ounce is an insane amount, but I can try it. Kelly, do you shake it? Or do you stir it? Talk to me. It sounds horrible, but I'm going to try it. Stir? Okay. All right. We're going to run that. Let me get this going.
15th, 2024. It featured screenshots of 3 bizarre-looking...
Here we go.
creepy accounts pretending to be kids. I came across a reel randomly, and it's led me down this weird rabbit hole of people using AI or dressing up pretending to go to school. They all seem to have high heels, check images in them. Is this an age play thing or something more sinister? Literally anything helps as I keep trying to look for answers. This post was made to the subreddit r/Instagram by the user numerouscut792 on April 15th, 2024. It featured screenshots of 3 bizarre-looking Instagram pages they had encountered earlier that day, with OP expressing concern that something truly disturbing was happening with these users. And those in the thread agreed. What the actual fuck? Found all of them and blocked them all. Truthsticks11 is seriously creepy to me. I've been trying to find more about them but can hardly find anything. Very weird account to say the least. The 3 accounts apparently belong to 3 different children. However, when combing through their posts, the content seems to imply something much more bizarre was afoot. Something truly disturbing. This post would be the start of a story that would eventually be picked up and shared all across the online world, becoming one of the more notorious internet mysteries in recent memory, as these accounts revealed an unending rabbit hole that is still being traversed to this very day, in an ongoing investigation into one of the most depraved oddities ever found on Instagram. This is the emerging story of Smart Schoolboy 9.
1, 2, 3, 4. School. I hope you like these photos. School is good. Really good.
We'll return after these messages.
Before we get too far down this rabbit hole, I want to first thank today's sponsor, AG1. AG1 is a daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health, packing in 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients.
Okay, this guy is like way more like clean-cut, easygoing white guy than I imagined, given the intro of this video. Kitten, thanks for the $2. Do we fuck with Cojito? I have not had that. Is it good? Is it worth getting into? Wait. Rinse the cup with absinthe? Kelly, I already put it in the mixer, so I don't put it in the mixer? Kelly, you're on thin ice here. I'm not going to lie. Wait. I rinse the cup with absinthe, but I don't mix the absinthe. Kelly, what are we doing? Kelly, talk to me. Okay, hopefully you'll touch in. So I don't stir the absinthe, I just rinse the glass?
A degree-educated mother choosing to stay anonymous. This was the bio of the first account pictured in the Reddit post, an account named Truthsticks11, which was said to be operated by a 12-year-old boy and his mother.
Says, I'm Jewish.
Back in October of 2021, the duo would make their very first post, kicking things off on a somewhat concerning note, though not for their own page, but instead another account on the platform.
So,
Kelly, help me.
That's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
The video was created and posted by the mother for the sole purpose of warning others of a specific user who had been posing as a child online when in actuality he was a grown man who did this in order to get close to...
Kelly, please talk to me. Please, girl. You fucking threw me into this head first. And now in my hour of need, you've gone dark? What am I supposed to do with this absinthe? Do I stir it or do I just rinse the glass with it? Help me, please.
And
I'm begging
exploit other children across the platform. It's the grim reality of this online world, as predators will do just about anything to get closer to children, and it's a reality often unrealized or even ignored by parents, which makes it almost refreshing that this mother was out here trying to raise awareness.
Rinse the glass.
These
don't stir it in. So it's just, so you're just stirring the, shit, this is not going well. I've already forgotten the other ingredients. You're just stirring the Campari and the bourbon, and then you're rinsing the glass. Okay.
This would become the crux of the account.
I think I got it.
They would call out this user and their many accounts again and again, eventually going more in depth about what this person would actually do, claiming that they had a strange perversion to dressing up as a young schoolboy. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. This theme of calling out online predators would remain consistent throughout the years on Truth Sticks 11. However, after some time, the mother behind the account began to use the page for its initially intended purpose, to share photos of her son. The photos began reasonably normal, and would show this young boy studying at school, accepting awards from their principal, and even school presentations in which their son had attended, with the captions often boasting about how intelligent the young boy was. Though over time, the photos began to grow stranger.
So is this I'm fresh into this. This is obviously just an ARG, right? Does this get into like an actual real predatory case? Also, Trash Panda, thank you for the 5 gift subs. That's very generous of you. Appreciate you, brother. Slash sister. I think you, I don't know if I've established your gender already. I'm not trying to pry. It gets very weird. Interesting. A little simple is good too if you've got it. Yeah, I can do a little simple in there. Just sweeten it up. And it's 1.5 bourbon and 3/4 Campari. Okay. Not an ARG. But these pictures that are being posted are definitely an ARG, right? Like these are obviously like weird photoshopped. Or I mean, obviously, look at the thing on screen right now. Someone is positioning this as an ARG. There might be real stuff behind it, but this is so, I'm so confusing. All right.
They looked off, almost as if they were AI generated. And on top of this, they began to appear heavily edited in an almost inexplicable manner, with deep red lipstick often being added.
That's not a real kid, guys. So that's why I'm saying it's an ARG. There might be real crimes behind it, but whatever this was designed. This is not a real thing.
By his face being turned pure white.
Pirate
this unsettling
speak.
Trend would continue from here, as with each passing post,
okay, I'm listening.
The photos grew less authentic and more surreal. Until they became straight up disturbed, even sickening. These bizarre edits spilled over past just the images too, as the posts began to appear as disjointed collages, often showcasing multiple grotesque images and paragraphs about how much this user loved school. And this wasn't the only shift either. At some point, the son behind the account began posting content that allegedly came directly from him,
way more
saying
compare
things
in
like,
here than I was
"My
supposed
really
to."
cool mom asked me if I'd like to post, and I said, yes, please." He even shared supposed videos that he had filmed of himself, which were equally as unconvincing as his photos, and somehow even more chilling. The boy even shows off his singing in one of the clips.
Yeah, this is a textbook ARG. What are you guys talking about?
Though their voice sounds off. The account was overall anomalous and extremely off-putting. And though this content was visually alarming, another aspect made it even more so concerning, as over time, many of the images began to resemble CP, showcasing these fake AI children in explicit positions, with their faces sometimes even being photoshopped onto scantily dressed adult bodies.
Simple.
One thing is blatantly obvious about the Truth Sticks account: the supposed child behind it is not real. Even in the more passable photos at the very beginning, there's evidence to suggest that these were likely AI as well. And based on the disturbed, borderline illegal content that this page featured, it seemed more than likely that whoever was behind this page was not an innocent mother concerned for the welfare of other children, but instead, a predatory individual themselves. And this wasn't their only account. The second page featured on the Reddit post belonged to a user named Girl12
sorry for misgendering you, Trash Panda. I just saw that.
To Truth Sticks. The page was also supposedly run by a child and monitored by their parent. Bizarrely, they also posted frequently about the dangers of online predators, with the wording of these posts and the editing being essentially
Sly's in the first
exact
stage
same
of
as
denial. When I say it's an ARG, these are obviously fake renderings of a weird, fucked up version of a child. So it's like, I'm not saying that it, like, there isn't a real fucked up person behind it. I'm just saying it's definitionally like an ARG, right?
Truth Sticks, just not as over the top. These two accounts even frequently interacted with each other, thus providing a substantial link on its own. But by far the most compelling link between these pages is one that is easy to miss at a glance, with that being a blatant obsession with...
Why is he saying it like he's a pirate? Okay. Some of you don't... Okay. I got a hype chest. Still don't know what that is. I'm going to open it. I still don't know how this happened or who gave this to me, or if someone gave it to me. Okay. I still don't know why they put choo-choo there every time that happens, but there we go. Twitch. Congratulations to us. I desperately need some ice in this shit, though. I'm going to grab some ice.
High-heeled mini boots. These shoes were mentioned or shown in virtually every single post made by these two users. At playtime, I'm sometimes running around with my really cool heeled footwear I wear with my uniform. After coming home from school, education isn't over for the day once the blue blazer, gray jersey...
They're edited pictures of kids he stole and edited to match his fetish. Ooh, that is very disturbing. That's really interesting. Still... technically an ARG. Fucked up? Yes. I think it's still... I'm just saying.
Neat tie, white shirt,
it gets
tailored
weirder.
gray
Oh my
trousers,
gosh.
and black heeled mini boots are in the wardrobe. No matter what they discussed, school uniforms and mini boots were always a talking point, which adds confirmation to something that is already becoming apparent. This is fetish.
Take the L. It's an... I said there's no L. You guys don't know what an ARG is. I feel like definitionally this has to... Okay. Well, all right. We haven't gotten fully into the rabbit hole. So let me... You guys are right. Let me take a step back. Let me get exposed to more information, okay?
And not too unlike the bizarre accounts in the Pipergate rabbit hole, fetish content's centered around children.
My gosh.
And what makes the Chloe account so disturbing is that AI was seemingly not used, and rather, the images seem to be of actual children. Despite this disturbing distinction, these two accounts are cut from the same cloth, and all signs point to them being created by the same person. A person who, despite their constant warnings of the dangers of adults pretending to be children online, seems to be doing the exact same thing, as part of some sort of fetish, the extent of which we'll discuss
So the
later.
fetish is children
but for now,
with
one thing
big
was
lips.
for certain. These pages were not run by children or their parents. So who created them? Well, that brings us to our third and final account shown in that initial post. Smart Schoolboy 9 was much the same as the other two accounts. They warned of online predators, obsessed over high-heeled mini boots and school uniforms, and posed as a child despite clearly not being one. But Smart Schoolboy was different in one key aspect. The person behind the account was pretending to be a child, but they were doing so in a much...
This individual, Nick Crowley, I feel like I've heard that name before, but I don't feel like I've watched their content before. Does a really, really good job of like stylizing the artistic direction of this piece. Very good.
more apparent manner, as they didn't use AI or stolen images of other kids to form their identity, and instead, they used photos of themselves. In the images posted on the account, we see what appears to be a fully grown man, dressed in a schoolboy's uniform. His face is painted pure white and has bright red lipstick, and he's, of course, wearing high-heeled mini boots. Characteristics that were all utilized across the other accounts, only this time it was done on himself, as he poses as a child pretending to go to school, as well as pretending to go through other life events common for preteens. And the photos aren't even the most disturbing part, as the account consists primarily of videos.
Someone's got to buy this guy's, well, I guess that would be ethically questionable to like purchase the rights to his life story. Because this would be an incredible A24 film, but also then he would benefit from it, so. Maybe wait till he dies, I don't know.
School up. Hey, let me know if you like school as well.
The videos are all
Thanks for the
incredibly
$2 RPM.
off-putting. Some show him arriving home from school.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Boys.
Others show him claiming to be on the bus heading towards school.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yes, I'm on the school bus.
And other videos showing him
Are these profiles still up or have they been wiped? Does anybody know?
whatever this is.
Wow. Wow.
With these strange sounds and the
this is
process
incredible.
of...
Was Nick Crowley the first person to break this story? I just know whoever was the first like content savvy YouTuber to come across this. Like if I had come across this individual posting this content on some account with like 30 followers, there would have been dollar signs in my eyes. This is the most incredible shit I've ever seen.
Sticking his tongue out, appearing to be part of his fetish. As much like the other accounts, his content is overtly sexual, in its own bizarre way.
So is the image stretched? Because his... Like, it feels like an A24 character, because this doesn't feel like it should exist in the real world. Either there's something manipulated about the video, or this person has the most unique, like, body ever. Because they're so tubby in the torso, but the legs are so long and lean. It's incredible.
In fact, there's a video of him with his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring into a mirror as he appears to pleasure himself, right out of view of the camera, as he stares into his own eyes.
Wow.
This account is by far the most sickening part of this whole rabbit hole, and also the most important. Interspersed throughout his page are a few examples of what this individual's voice sounds like.
This is quite good.
which just so happens to be the same voice heard in the very first clip shown on the Truth Sticks account.
Man pretending to be a boy.
Meaning that this full-grown adult
Looks like
man
Gru.
is the one behind this entire rabbit hole. He's the one on these accounts pretending to be a child and their mother, getting some sort of sick satisfaction from whatever this is. And the worst part is, these activities aren't just kept behind closed doors. As we can see on numerous occasions, videos of him walking around outside in a public space, with his full outfit and face paint on.
Look at me.
It's truly one of the strangest things that I've ever seen, and making sense of what this all is extremely
It's
difficult.
almost impressive because it's like with the makeup and the lips and everything, it's like he invented his own thing. Like it's truly an original expression of self, for better or for worse, probably for worse.
But based on the information found from this first Reddit post, a few likely conclusions can be put forward. This man is clearly attracted to the idea of being a kid, and I think OP was correct when they speculated that this was some sort of age play thing, but it's also clearly much more than that too, as based on the images that he's created himself, he clearly has some sort of attraction to other children as well, as he's quite literally created faux CP, the likes of which is so disturbing that I can't even really describe it here either. He's creating fetish content, and he's using the likeness of children, and also some children that are clearly very real people, to do so. That much is obvious. But there was also the possibility that he was pretending to be a kid.
The big lips thing is really interesting, because that's a staple. He has big lips. I don't know if he naturally has them, or if it's enhanced somehow. And then all of his edits of kids, he does that to them, which is really interesting.
In order to exploit other children across the internet. At this point though, this was merely speculation, with much of the Smart Schoolboy 9 case remaining a mystery, and the rabbit hole was only getting deeper from here.
This drink is so fucking stiff, holy shit. And I made
Months
a double.
after this rabbit hole was introduced to the online world, the story began to be shared all across the internet, most notably on the r/internet mysteries subreddit, where the case really took off. There, internet sleuths began uncovering just how vast this web of accounts actually was, as it wasn't just these 3 pages. No, there seemed to be
Think it's a
over
mask?
dozen,
It looks-
likely even more that we
seems to
still
respond
haven't found,
to, like,
as he's
facial
created his own
movements.
sort of community, his own little world, where across each page he pretends to be a child. With these accounts typically following each other and frequently interacting, seemingly to make these characters appear as though they have real friends. On one of these pages, 12...
This guy's editing is so good. I keep going back and forth if I would benefit from an editor. But also like me figuring out what I'm trying to say and how I'm trying to say it is sometimes like married to my personal editing process. So I don't know. But it would be cool to have someone to like stylize stuff in this way. Because I just like, that's not the sort of thing that I'm going to put time into. It's not where my skill set lies.
Of Stockwell Joanne, he poses as a 14-year-old girl, using more AI images to depict explicit positions of this manufactured child, which I obviously am not going to show here. Though much like his Chloe account, he also shows images of very real young girls. But this isn't the most concerning part of this account, as on numerous occasions, he's shown images of children at a playground.
Appreciate you, Riker Blade.
Which he may have taken himself. This
He
fantasy
looks like
of being
Randall's
a schoolgirl
assistant
and
from
taking
Monsters,
part in
Inc.
these
Wait,
school-centric
you
activities
might be cooking
is something
with that.
carried
Hold on.
over throughout multiple of his accounts, with his most common alias being Stephanie, of which he has numerous different accounts featuring that same name.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah. See, these are the moments that I live for in stream. This is the beauty of what we do here. That's absolutely incredible. 10 out of 10.
This Stephanie character claims to be a 12-year-old aspiring poet, with accounts all across the internet, many of which showcasing examples of her poetry, which carries on those same distinct sexual undertones. I race to complete my poems when I've got an early start. Heart racing, mixed rhythms, maximizing miracles, rice with rap, and on the map. My Kennington, London syllables. Dancing though, I know my underwear might show if I lean forward.
This fucking guy.
Good. Stephanie Stansfield, 12. But digging even deeper, her poetry has even seemingly been featured in various articles and even newspapers, showcasing that this rabbit hole extends far past just the online world. This act is clearly their obsession, and he's been doing this for years, with the earliest examples that I could find coming from all the way back in 2018.
Big ass
and this
teeth.
Stephanie character seems to be his go-to alias, embodying it in
Snuffy,
even
you're
the
late, but
literal
you're here.
sense.
Glad you got in here.
As in one of his many pages dedicated to this Stephanie character, he dresses as her,
I'm a virgin
wearing a wig
to
and
the
a dress,
smart
he pretends
boy,
to be a
smart
12-year-old
schoolboy
girl.
Q9 thing.
Almost immediately after this case began gaining traction, the true magnitude of this rabbit hole was revealed. Across every single account are countless depraved posts and oddities that all could warrant discussion. But by far the most important discoveries were those that didn't actually occur on his own page, and rather the pages of other actual children. Do you like school? I do. It is good. You have some cool shirts, but I have to wear school uniforms to school. It is nice, but casual isn't allowed, and it's quite hot here in the UK, as the month of June suddenly got warmer. These are two examples out of many that show Smart Schoolboy 9 reaching out and attempting to befriend young children online. In one comment, he even warns a child about other comments from bad people, stating that, "It happens to most boys in our age group, but stay safe, stay cool, don't be dismayed by creeps." This is our best evidence that these accounts weren't just made for age play. No, he's actually posing as a child in order to make friends with other children.
Someone absolutely has to find an ethical way to gain the rights to whatever this is and make a horror film about it. Find a way to acquire that without it monetarily benefiting this individual. Like it feels necessary. Like we have to find a way to make this a piece of like media. It's just like it feels like artistically it feels like it would be like ignoring the beauty of the universe not to make this happen.
And given his overtly sexual interests and aversion to CP,
you don't need the
it's
rights.
not
Yeah,
hard
you
to
could probably
gather
just
why
fucking
he was
do
doing
it.
this.
Honestly, you probably could.
And these examples are only what we found so far. It's possible that there are dozens, or who knows, maybe even hundreds of other comments out there, hidden on unknown children's accounts. This is predatory behavior. The man behind Schoolboy 9 is a predator. And in case there was still any doubt of whether or not this was a sexual thing, here's what he had to say about being a 13-year-old girl. But have his tactics actually worked? Well, the frightening thing is, no one knows if he's actually been successful or not, or even what specifically he's looking for. We just know that he's trying to reach kids, as evidenced not only by his comments, but by the fact that he's solely following children on all of these pages.
Kelly, I feel like you've poisoned me, if I'm being honest with you. I don't mind this drink. It does hurt that I accidentally made a double. It's kind of nice though. Thank you for suggesting it. But I also feel like this is gonna ruin me a little bit.
And though it's easy to look at these accounts and know that something is off, for children it's not that
I'll drink
simple,
it, Jason.
especially
Thank you for
when
your
there's pages showcasing
contribution.
photos
I
of
appreciate
actual
that.
kids. Which brings up another frightening detail. Many of the images he's used of children have not been traced back to their original creator, and some seem to appear for the very first time online publicly on this man's pages, which might mean that he was sent them privately. There's even one image that David posted on his schoolboy.
I mean, I don't know if we can. I feel like that's kind of jumping the gun to conclude that because the internet is pretty vast. I don't think a simple reverse image search is like really sufficient this day and age. There's a lot of different ways people can come across images of children.
Which shows another kid that he claimed to be on a playdate with, though it's impossible to say if this is real or not. For now, we just don't know for sure. though given the fact that he's reaching out to
Sarah,
children,
you're fine, relax.
posting fetish content centered around children, and has even potentially photographed kids in the wild, one thing is for certain: Smart Schoolboy 9 needs to be stopped. Finding this man and reporting him to law enforcement quickly became the top priority for those investigating the case, and luckily he left several glaring clues behind that made this process a whole lot easier. On numerous occasions across his many pages, he would post images and videos of specific locations, even showing streets and mentioning very particular areas in his poems, all of which centered around the London area, immediately giving us an idea of where he was located.
I mean, that's pretty easy at that point.
I mentioned how the alias of Stephanie was one that he used more so than any other, but what's interesting is that there was another name used just as often across his accounts, brought up time and time again, though it's a name that he never seemed to call any of his characters. Instead, he simply referred to this—
Hold on, sorry. I was just trying to look up something on the side monitor. Will Smith scores major victory in sex harassment case? Excuse fucking me? What, first I'm hearing of a Will Smith sexual harassment case?
Big news for Will Smith. A judge basically just threw out all of these claims and a lot of allegations that he was facing in a sexual harassment lawsuit. But I will tell you, you may not want to roll the credits on this one just yet, because this may not actually be—
Okay, I don't even know.
Person as a stepbrother,
Not derailing
or a
this.
father, or even a friend from school, despite never actually picturing him, just mentioning his name, David. And sure enough, after connecting a few dots, it would be revealed that this person's actual
Short
name was
attention
in fact
span.
David.
Well, I was trying
David
to
Alter,
keep the attention span going
with
for
the man
this.
being 59 years old.
59?
At the moment,
Wow.
it doesn't appear that David has any past criminal convictions or documented history of this behavior, but we do know that thanks to the investigation done on Reddit and Discord, he is currently being investigated by local authorities, which will hopefully put an end to his online behavior and shine some more light on who this person actually is. As for the time being, the only other information that we really know about David is that he likes to write poetry and he makes music.
I think I hear a running tram going back in time.
Let's go.
Not out of kind. I think I like a little lemon and lime. Say Marianne.
Wow.
Hey, Steely Dan.
Wow.
I like the sound of that running tram.
And his name also appears
Wow.
in a random newspaper, where he's discussing the importance of kids wearing school uniforms.
Wow.
And that's really all we have at the moment. Though there is one very important aspect that we have yet to talk about in relation to this man, with that being David's mental state. Some believe that David is a mentally unwell individual who potentially doesn't know the extent
Long
of what
legs.
they're doing. Now, even if this is the case, his
Yeah.
behavior still needs to be stopped, and he needs to be
Yeah.
given proper help to assure that no one else gets hurt by his actions. But it
I
is
did
important to
enjoy that
note that
movie a
David
lot.
is far more intelligent than he lets on, as his personal accounts show us that he is fairly well-spoken and articulate. And throughout his problematic content, most of his bad grammar and strange verbiage seems to be his attempts at more authentically trying to replicate a child. But it's impossible to know for sure. But what we do know is that David is extremely manipulative, with his response to the situation and other clues littered across his accounts showing us that he seems to know what he's doing, and he knows that it's wrong. Since the exposure of David's accounts, he hasn't silently slithered away like most other predators would. Instead, he's actually responded on more than a few occasions, lashing out to those who have DM'd him, calling them the perverts and predators. He even left a comment on his Joanne account seemingly directed at himself, writing, "You are really sad. And if that's your name, David, be honest with yourself. You're 50, as you said elsewhere. You reply to me, a girl, as if I'm your buddy? No chance ever." This is something David does all the time. It's projection, and it started all the way back at the beginning of this rabbit hole.
So, that's
50
the
years
account
old.
run by a man pretending to be a boy.
And he continued posting these predator exposés, along with other warnings about predators on the internet across every page he made, each of which being hyper-specific to his own predatory ways and fetishes. The things he accuses others of
Baby
are
web
blatant
meat.
projections of his
Hate to
own
say
dark
that
vices.
name out
And I
loud,
can
but
think of
appreciate
two reasons
the
why.
tier 1 sub.
Number
Thank you.
one, that this makes his account look safer to other parents and children. It gives the appearance that he's not another internet creep because he's actively calling them out. It's a way to build trust in order to befriend and exploit kids. And number two, he knows what he's doing is wrong. And this is his bizarre way of self-reporting, probably to make himself feel better about what he's doing. And it's obvious based on just how accurate these claims against others are to him. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. And these claims are made over and over again, as each time he calls someone out, he's further exposing himself. Which becomes more concerning when you realize that these projections seemingly aren't strictly pedophilic. Within those eerily familiar expose posts he made on Truthsticks 11, he mentions how this user not only wanted to exploit children online, but they wanted to kill them as well. As he mentions that this user has a clear interest in cannibalizing kids, and even performing ritualistic
Everyone's gotta
sacrifices
have a
on
hobby.
them. And based on how accurate all of the other exposures are to himself, I have no reason to believe that this isn't part of his MO as well, as crazy as that may sound. This also seems to coincide with some of the content he's posted that I can't show you, as some of these photos show children edited in contorted positions, including some where he's added what appears to be rope to give the illusion that they're tied up.
It's kind of fucked up that my brain keeps going here, but again, I'm like, this is the perfect horror movie fodder. Like, it would be so easy to write an incredible 90-minute horror flick based off of this situation and just rip his whole aesthetic and his whole MO. It just feels primed for it. It feels designed for it, except it's completely organic, which is crazy.
And what makes this even more disturbing is that on his accounts, he's posted numerous photos in the vicinity of schools, on nearby secluded trails, and even some where he discusses what time school starts and ends, saying that he likes to be awake and ready for it. There's even photos that show other children outside from a distance, almost as if David was stalking them. This is highly concerning. Even if we don't know truly how low this man's perversions get, he is still far too close to children, which is perfectly encapsulated by this photo of him on a school playground during the day. And with his disturbing desires, I don't even want to imagine what he's capable of. Which brings us to the final piece of content that I need to talk about. Chasing another boy running in heeled mini boots.
That sounds fantastic. Let's
This
go.
was the text shown on screen during a short video posted onto one of David's many accounts. And in the video, we see the man pointing the camera at himself, showing his full face of white makeup and red lipstick. This video is edited more egregiously than any others I've seen across his page, with multiple explicit images and huge emojis covering the majority of the screen. Though just barely enough of the footage can be seen that shows David as he turns the camera around, revealing a young boy. Who he then proceeds.
What's with the fucking ice cream cones? Chasing another boy in heeled mini boots. Chasing another boy.
To chase after, giggling all the while. Whether this was an edited video or a real occurrence, we don't currently know. David's doings are a mystery that will take some time to unravel, and my hope is that law enforcement will be able to follow through and help shed some more light on this individual, and finally put an end to his twisted behavior. But at this point, only one thing is for sure. The story of Smart Schoolboy 9 is far from over.
So he's basically someone who is obviously pedophilic in nature, but hasn't actually technically done anything that we could pin them on, insofar as is provable. I feel like you come across these types of characters every once in a while. Like, there are some people who just like blatantly present in that way, but haven't actually done something criminal, technically speaking. That is a formidable foe to come across. That was a year ago. 13 million views is pretty hefty. I assume this is like the, you know, the premiere video on the Smart Schoolboy 9. Are there any updates? Turkey Tom did one 2 months ago. I assume that's kind of just like an overview. Everyone thought he disappeared. Little did we know. Gideon, wow. Wow, you're telling me now this for the first time? Lots of updates. Tom did the Tom videos like part 2 to the I've forgotten his name, forgive me. The individual, who did we just watch?
15th
to Nick Crowley. This is like the part 2 essentially.
Laws in the United Kingdom. Shining a light on predators and degenerates has turned into a spectacle online, usually with the intent to raise awareness, if not outright get them arrested. However, it seems that they slip through the cracks just as often as they're caught. One such case being Smart Schoolboy 9. Despite briefly becoming the most infamous person on the entire internet, due to the tricky nature of his behavior and the relaxed laws in the United Kingdom, he was never arrested. After laying low for a little while, he snuck back online when no one...
I mean, based off of the Nick Crowley thing, like, what is there to arrest him for? It was just like weird fetishized edits of minors, which is like, you can't, it's not tangible enough to make an arrest on.
Was looking and resumed his extremely disturbing activities.
Wow.
This is the story of Smart Schoolboy 9, the creepiest man on the internet, and why he never went to jail.
TLDR, he left and then came back harder than ever. So it's like somehow Palpatine returned type situation.
Also, a bit of a disclaimer here. Do not attempt to contact anyone involved in this story, regardless of your intention. This video is not an incitement of harassment and should only be seen as entertainment. And
that's always cap. Let's go harass them, guys. I'm just kidding.
You are not a cop, unless you actually are a cop watching this video, but most of you aren't. Although now everyone online knows about him, the first significant post about Smart Schoolboy 9, real name
Apparently
David, came in the way of a Reddit post all the way back in April of 2024, about 4 months before he became known by the general public. The post read, "I came across a..."
Baby Webmeat. Still hate to say that username. Creeps me out, but appreciate the tier 3 for 6 months. Thank you for doing that. See, guys, Twitch is a viable competitor, okay? Twitch is doing fine without you guys. All right, just want to say that. We're doing incredible things over there on Twitch.
And it led me down this weird rabbit hole of people using AI or dressing up pretending to go to school. They all seem to have high heels in them. Is this an age play thing or something more sinister? Literally anything helps as I keep trying to look for answers. Attached to this post were a few images of the truth_sticks_11 Instagram account, whose bio read, "Beautiful boy and account looked after by me. A degree-educated mother, choosing to stay anonymous. Good, original, written work. Advice and compassion." By merely looking at the images, some of which include pictures of the heavily edited boy wearing nothing but underwear, it became clear that this was not a real kid or a mother. Other accounts shown include girl.chloe12, which prominently featured pictures of underage girls in bikinis or short skirts, often emphasizing that the subject of the post...
This figure really, really, really reminds me of Robert Robinson. It feels like a very similar MO carried out with a little bit more artistic skill. Because there is like an aesthetic to it that's very original, as weird as that is to say. This really, really reminds me of this guy. I have not touched in with him. Okay, it's not anything related to this. That's a different fellow. His accounts probably have been removed at this point. The last one I knew that was still up was the bodycam one. I think that one's also been removed. Also, why doesn't my video show up when I Google this?
Howdy, guys. Welcome back to another video. So we have a
Okay, I appreciate you, brother, but you are recording on a potato.
special newcomer to the channel. So I want to introduce you guys to somebody and everything.
Yeah, he seems to kind of have been, seems like his accounts have been deleted. Anyway, feels like a very similar MO. Robert Robinson just is not as talented in the aesthetic department.
Whose name alternates between Lisa and Chloe, is just 12 years old. Now, given how inconsistent and all over the place the information on these accounts were, it was a virtual certainty that the kids who appeared in the images had absolutely no connection to whoever was posting them, which is a silver lining, I guess. However, there was a third account listed here, Smart Schoolboy 9, whose page was decked out in images and videos of a man who was definitely an adult, despite his bio claiming that he was 10 years old. While the pictures on this Instagram account don't seem to contain anything fully illegal, even here there are pictures of children in very vulnerable positions, which I'm gonna have to censor, obviously. The account has now been deleted, but when it was up, it contained content that is as disturbing as you can get without it being gore or explicit imagery. Taking one look at this post, the fetishistic nature of it is pretty obvious. Children in school uniforms, a high-pitched voice, a pale white face, high-heeled boots, and easily the most disturbing part as far as the videos go, this man clearly has some kind of oral fixation, which manifests as his constant sucking motion and his swollen tongue poking through his fake buck teeth. While predators on social media platforms are sadly a common phenomenon, it's rare to see one as freakish as David here. What was also weird about this is that his own accounts occasionally made posts about online predators, probably in an attempt to paint himself as innocent or a safe space for minors. As one Reddit user observed, Truth Sticks starts off like an account exposing other fake little boy accounts for actually being predators using Instagram to swap CSAM. It then says it's going to teach us about how to spot those accounts, so that's where the boy and mom in school giving us lectures begins. But then it just morphs into one of the accounts it's claiming to fight, abandoning that objective and just reporting on this little boy's days in school. Very bizarre,
so
and the
weird.
individual behind it is likely a member of that community. Despite how egregious all of this was, it didn't really take off, mostly because this post was made on the r/Instagram subreddit, which isn't at all focused on that kind of bizarre situation. It took 3 months until a few more threads were made on his accounts, this time on the much more fitting Internet Mystery subreddit, focusing mainly on the Truth_Sticks account and another one called Stephanie Schooley. The original poster speculates that AI may have been employed in the creation of these pictures, but to me...
So are all these accounts gone at this point, or is he presently operating somewhere on the internet?
It just looks like regular editing, partly because of the way they're morphed, and partly because of how specific and minute the details are, presumably to cater to David's fetishes. As people point out in the comment section, these pictures, including the ones of children in vulnerable positions, are of real children, even if they're extremely edited. What's even more dangerous is that some people claimed he himself had been interacting with real kids on Instagram. At the time, a lot of people didn't know what to make of David's posts. There was a decent amount of talk about the possibility that the person behind all of these posts could just be mentally challenged to the point that they have no idea how inappropriate and bizarre all of this is. But further examination of the account's history made it clear that David was well aware of what he was doing. One of the earliest posts from the Truth Sticks account reads as follows: "Beware that the man pretending to be a boy is trying to lure boys to ask him to look at his supposed passport. There is no real boy on any of the predator's pages. It is all fake. Passport is sometimes code used by pedophiles to indicate links to links mega or mega links pedo pages. But his most disturbing lust is for boys, and he spends hours and hours following real boys, trying to attract boys from other time zones. Beware, avoid." Here, we see David basically projecting his own behavior onto someone else's account,
Not
showing
finding
that
like
he
an original profile, given a cursory glance online, but a lot of activity. It seems like he's kind of become a little bit of almost like an urban legend at this point.
knows what he's doing is wrong. While this page, and even archives of it, have been completely wiped, most likely due to the
Spotify?
content
What the
involving
fuck?
pictures of real kids, some remnants of it have
Jarvis,
been
look up
re-uploaded to
Smart
YouTube.
Schoolboy
And
9 on
apparently, the
Spotify.
account did indeed start out with David in his kid voice, calling out these other Indian and Middle Eastern accounts, accusing them of being predators.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
So not only does he know what a predator is, he has multiple posts accusing other people of doing exactly what he's doing, pretending to be a little kid online. In fact, he spent the majority of his earlier posts describing himself to a T. For a staggering 20 hours without stopping, he recently followed and then unfollowed genuine boys. They tell us that they notice something wrong with the man pretending to be a boy. And then the man pretending to be a boy then makes more approaches, timing it with after-school hours of 3:30.
I'm not sure what that Spotify comment was about. I've not been able to track down whatever that alleged account was.
To 4:30, hoping to attract boys. And then all evening and all night. Once aroused, he deceives. It is a full-time sickness. Pedophilia is a joke to him. And when people ask him about his many aliases, he says it is an aunt, cousin, or friend. But they don't exist. It is all him. Does he wash? No. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. Blocked and blocked again by children, including a Russian boy age 12. Annoyed when parents intervene when he thought he could engage with a child. Annoyed when the conversation stopped. Annoyed when he is blocked. Obsessions with scantily clad young boys photographed from behind and spanking them as a sick fetish. Be aware of predators pretending to be young boys online and asking real boys if they're hungry and pretending to be delivering free food. They don't need to know a child's address. The predators appear kind, asking if the child could collect a meal from a vehicle parked nearby. I apologize for reading that entire thing, but I think you guys do need to understand just how crazy this guy is. Even if David had found actual predator accounts and was pointing them out here, there's just no way he has that much information on all of them. It's much more likely he's simply soft-telling on himself with these stories. Eventually, this page transitions to just LARPing about being a young boy at school. Likewise, some of his other Instagram pages, such as mile.s95, Stephanie Schooley, and Stephanie Stansfield all revolve around the same concepts, just with different children, much of which has to be censored here, either because it includes inappropriate imagery or photos of real kids. As far as I could tell, the oldest one was Stephanie Stansfield, which dated all the way back to 2019 and had its first post about how small a schoolgirl's skirt was as she was going to pick up her pencil case. There was also a Twitter account of the same name, which was also created in 2019, containing a lot of similar posts about poetry, but it's now private. However disturbing a lot of his posts were, perhaps the most terrifying of all of them is this one uploaded from his Miles account, where he seems to be chasing a kid.
There's the infamous ice cream cone video. Is it this? I don't have a Spotify account because Spotify is the devil, but oh, kill yourself, Spotify. Fuck you. Is this the actual thing? Fuck you, Spotify. You fuck yourself in the ass. Fuck you. What a terrible, horrible company. Fuck you, kill yourself.
Now, of course, there's a chance this video is not what it seems, but it does seem like David was chasing after a small child, which is an absolute nightmare to even consider. Another account that was eventually connected to David was the same in which his name was revealed, Lyricist David, which has been archived on TikTok, along with the music that he uploaded. And I use the word music here extremely loosely.
Running tram. Running tram. Taking the buses or the train and the train and the bus and the buses is the running tram.
There were plenty of other...
Gang, this reminds me so much of the, I don't know if you guys saw the Ali Katetsu content fed, well, I think it was a members only video where I went over Ali Katetsu's music. That shit's fucking crazy. In the worst way you could imagine.
Accounts with varying content, but the ones I mentioned so far were the primary core of his online activity that was being combed through at this early stage. Although this story hadn't really reached its peak in notoriety quite yet, it got big enough on Reddit that many Redditors thought it was a good idea to try and contact David. In what we can understand as a response, he posted to his Instagram stories saying this: "Ignore jealous comments from people. I think they wish they could wear my school uniform, my mini boots I wear to school. Some seem to think that just because I've grown so quickly in school year 5, they comment as if they know me me or am in their age group. It happens to loads of other children. School is nice. Fortunately, Redditors reacted appropriately to this development, asking people to not interact with his account. Others even made the apt observation that, regardless of intention, to engage directly with David is to play into his fantasy. One odd artifact from this early period of discovery is that a thread was made on an account called Smart Schoolboy 6, which allegedly had actual explicit illegal material involving children, heavily covered in filters and stickers. I don't know if this is true or not, or even if the creator of this specific account is David, but it's worth mentioning nonetheless. Based solely on what had been posted so far, it was pretty easy to figure out that David was British, mixed race, and of course, much older than he claimed to be, although how old exactly was still unknown. In order to try and gather more information on him and pull together findings, an entire subreddit was created, although in the time since then it's been banned due to too many people crossing the line from sleuthing to harassment. As the topic was already getting a lot of traction on TikTok, one of the first people who made a thread about David came back to make an announcement. Stop trying to contact him. Although nobody can stop you from commenting on his posts, it's really not adding anything beneficial and will probably result in him destroying the accounts and breaking his hard drives with the amount of attention he knows he's getting. The police are working on the case. They have not provided any updates besides the fact that they are taking it seriously. Yes, they are all one account owned by the same guy. There are many more accounts that the Discord have discovered. One has been taken down and had explicit mention of Smart Schoolboy's fetish for children. There are archives of every account on the Discord. There is 13 total accounts across social media we have found. Discord is closed for the time being because of leakers. Although the information was not too solid yet, this user also claimed that David had been doing this since the 1980s and was now over 50 years old.
Holy
Unfortunately,
shit.
it seems that the online community that began to crop up around the investigation into David instantly cannibalized itself before it could do anything productive. And a lot of their findings were scattered across multiple different subreddits and Discord servers, most of which are now simply gone from the internet. But the topic was now big enough that YouTubers began to cover it. The first video was from August 7th of 2024 from a channel called As Far as the Corners. This was followed a few weeks later by Tuv, Nick Crowley, and Nexpo, whose videos...
There's Nick Crowley. We saw that one. This song is Chicago. It's on YouTube.
It's your first time in Chicago.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow. I don't know. I for whatever reason, I just saw Chicago and I assumed it was by the band Chicago. I don't know why I thought that. Okay. All right, let's run this. Run it back. Run it back. All right.
It's your first time in Chicago. How did we get here? Well, I think we know. It's our first time in Chicago.
That was really good.
It's your
Okay, run Jarvis, run that shit back.
It's your first time in Chicago. How did we get here? Well, I think we know. It's our first time in Chicago.
Little short. My only criticism is I feel like it could be a little longer. I feel like it could be a little longer.
When put together, amassed over 18 million views, sending the already viral topic of Smart Schoolboy 9 into the stratosphere. As you can imagine, all of this attention put the hysterics on overdrive, and a lot of false or bad information on the case started spreading. But one good side effect was that if there was any chance David could contact a kid who had no idea who he was, that chance was now long gone, because he was famous. Shortly after all of the big YouTube videos came out, something unexpected happened. One of the people whose photos David edited for one of his alt accounts, Joanne Tang, came forward. After recognizing herself in these bizarre edits on David's accounts, Camille posted to Reddit saying this: "Hi, I have only now just been made aware of this Smart Schoolboy 9 situation. My name is Camille, and this man has used photos of me from when I was 15 years old and used them to create an alias called Joanna Tang. If anyone has any evidence, please message me on my Instagram or TikTok. I will be reporting this information to the police for identity theft as well as pedophilic and child graphic intent, and I could use as much evidence as possible.
Hell yeah.
Thank you." She eventually posted a video to her TikTok
also
explaining the situation.
I do feel like I need to get my hands on a team of editors that are like in the Turkey Tom vein. Cause like when it came to the My Law video that I put out recently, I would have massively benefited from an editor. Someone said before, like, they like the raw nature of my channel, and I agree. I want to stick to that in general, but it would be nice to be able to just, like, tap in on some editing talent for like certain videos. Just thinking out loud.
And based on this, it seems she tried to cooperate with the people online following the case. However, most likely because of how ineffective the laws on this stuff in the United Kingdom are, and how downright stupid a lot of the people involved with the Reddit investigation were, it doesn't seem like she made any
with the song from earlier. Imagine the stream getting a copyright claim for that. I mean, honestly, probably 50% of my live streams get a copyright claim because there's so much fucking shit that some stupid agency has copyrighted. Live streams are fucking stupid on YouTube. Like, it's so easy to just get your entire shit taken down for like 3 seconds of audio. It's so fucking
her
dumb.
Instagram has since been taken down, or it changed handles, and her TikTok account has gone private. Besides Camille, another unexpected source on Smart Schoolboy 9 was none other than David Firth, the creator of Salad Fingers, who was asked over DMs as to whether he had ever heard of or seen David. He replied saying this: "I think I remember him walking around town in the late 90s or early 2000s when I was at Hall Cross School. He never approached me though. If we're talking about the same person, he was a dark-skinned guy who would wear really sloppily applied makeup. Like just a bunch of white and red makeup or face paint. Like it was just smeared across his face. I remember him wearing a white shirt and a school tie and having a strange posture, or walking quite leaned forwards. He was tall and walked very fast. He seemed startled, looking all around, very paranoid. I'd say 1999 to 2001. When presented with a more current image of David, he added this: his makeup has gotten neater. At the time, there was a rumor that the nearby mental hospital closed down, and they released everyone onto the streets because he was just one of many crazed people on the streets of Doncaster. Unfortunately, David was then subject to the same kind of obsessive and unproductive harassment from random people online, which prompted him to make a long series of tweets about it. Please stop asking me about Smart Schoolboy 9. I replied to a DM a few weeks ago asking if I remembered this guy who would walk around Doncaster dressed as a schoolboy with weird makeup on. Yes, I walked past him in the town center 20 to 25 years ago. I walked past him. That's all. Now I see posts and videos saying he has something to do with the creator of Salad Fingers. No, he doesn't. He was just your local lunatic. I was a teenager at the time. I only remembered because his appearance was striking. Now my DMs are full of TikTok detectives. I never heard him talk or knew what he was up to or interacted with him in any way. He didn't say anything to me. Salad Fingers is not based on him. Please stop asking for information. I have said everything I remember. As far as the efforts of people who were trying to contact Smart Schoolboy 9 directly, unsurprisingly, there was no significant success, as he would just accuse them of being predators trying to talk to a kid. The kid here being him. After all of this trouble, the videos with millions of views, everybody online talking about it for a week, it seemed like there would be no payoff, no meaningful information acquired on possibly the highest profile online creep in recent history. Fortunately, after all that was said and done, all of the information that was disseminated through tons of Discord servers and other online communities was archived and kept in one place: Kiwi Farms. After he became well known online, but especially after Nick Crowley's video popped off, everyone who had ever personally witnessed David in real life began to come forward. Due to most of them not knowing what his actual name was, many referred to him as Clown Monkey Man. This is because he apparently dressed up as a flying monkey from The Wizard of Oz. One part of the story that remains consistent across many accounts of his behavior is that he would walk around town in strange outfits, doing a high—
Hold on. Longer version. Here we go. May I please have audio TikTok? Would that be possible? Oh, okay. Hold on.
In Chicago. It's your first time in Chicago. How did we get here? Well, I think we know. It's our first ride in Chicago. Why did we get here? Well, it's for a show. I know. We're gonna be okay. I know. We do our best each day. And that's what makes Chicago you shine so bright. It's your first time in Chicago, and I know you'll be all right here. I know, you know it too. Chicago, it's right there for true.
That's very nice. I like that. That's very nice. I yeah, no notes. No notes.
Voice, staring at people, and trying to talk to kids. But what differed were the outfits and the circumstances. Sometimes he would dress up as a teacher. Other times he would do his regular schoolboy routine while trying to show children his lunchbox. In comments posted on a variety of different platforms, people slowly tried to put together the full picture of who David was. He was allegedly driven out of Doncaster for being a pedo. He had printed out photos on his walls of naked adults, but with children's faces stuck over them. Every single thing matches up. I am adamant it's him. Around 20 years ago, he was arrested when they raided his home. He had loads of pictures plastered on his walls from local dance schools. My girlfriend at the time was in one of the pictures, and they had to interview her to see if she had seen him around. I also heard a story of him hanging around schools, telling children he was writing a book and wanted them to help. My wife says he went to jail for stalking a girl from Hall Cross School. Said he was researching for a book he was writing called The Spirituality of Girls. I used to work at the court 20 years ago, and he was in court in the paper several times for approaching and writing to underage girls while wearing that makeup and young girl style clothing. He usually got away without conviction because the courts believed he didn't intend to do anything wrong. He was trying to speak to those girls because he wholeheartedly believed he was a girl of that age. He used to live with his OAP mom in the periphery of the town center, so he was always outside Hall Cross. OAP in this comment refers to an old age pensioner, meaning his mom was elderly and received money from the government to provide for herself and her kid, being David. Another comment read as follows: I remember this guy, lived on the same street as him growing up. My brother ended up almost smacking him for following me and my sister up the street, making harassing comments. He was in his mid-40s when he was living on my old street. I'd be inclined to believe he was mid-50s like the other commenters. I worked at the local supermarket during Christmas when in college and served him. He stank and had the strangest voice, obviously put on, but really unnerving. I will say, the police have known about him for a long time, and when he was doing what he was doing in public, they were not concerned. They were more concerned for his safety than they were what he was doing. These comments paint a picture of David ultimately not being taken seriously by any of the community around him. While the way he dressed and the way he talked was definitely disturbing, ultimately, as far as they knew, he wasn't physically hurting anyone, so there wasn't much the police or the average citizen could do about it. A few other comments also comment on his physical appearance, although reports differ slightly. Real school kids terrorized him for years. He actually has vitiligo on his face and body. For the unaware, vitiligo is a medical condition where the skin loses color. Michael Jackson famously had this before his death if you need a visual aid. It's possible that David does have vitiligo, and we simply can't tell because he wears makeup in most of the images we've seen. On the other hand, it's unclear if this is truly the case, as someone else stated this: I do remember him. Thought he was a burn victim. Meanwhile, a shop worker from Doncaster shared their experience. I used to serve him in Sainsbury's. He once came to the cigarette counter, asking for cigs, then said, "You naughty lady," selling cigarettes to a schoolboy. Then one of the lads working there was staring at him. He started chasing him down, shouting, "Stop staring at me. I'm only a schoolboy." Someone else on Facebook said, "Wow, I have not seen or heard about him since I was a teen. He used to follow me all the time." Now, one of the earlier posts I read claimed that David had been arrested some 20 years ago. And while all of the other posts here did contain a lot of new information regarding David's past, they lacked the finer details to identify what happened with his legal situation. But there were two other posts with a bit more information on him. One of them was from a Brazilian immigrant.
I agree with you guys that fucking, it's your first day in Chicago. That's going to be with us all. Probably till our deathbeds, unfortunately. It's been planted, it's gonna stay.
Who claimed that David lived near a playground and was much smarter than he appeared. He states that David even has a college degree and only started doing the schoolboy routine after his mother died, which is speculated to be around 1992. Another account came from a woman named Carol, who bolstered the claim that David was very well educated and added that he had been accused by not one, but two different teenage girls of asking inappropriate questions. Now, some of these claims were later proven to be true, such as him living near a playground, but other stuff, like the Brazilian dude's claim that David's mother had died, or Carol's assertion that David was half Indian, didn't really pan out. Regardless of how many testimonies were available, they still weren't enough to gauge the extent of David's actions or figure out more personal information about him. But eventually, one of the girls whom he allegedly targeted in the early 2000s came forward to offer up what information she had. This is what she had to say. His name is David Walter Alter. He stalked me, found photos of me in his flat when I was a child, and ended up in court. Let him off for mental health. We ended up in court. I was escorted to school by police. Wasn't even allowed on a school bus. Wasn't allowed to go to town on the weekends. The man is a dirty bastard. Shouts, "Don't hurt me, I'm only a schoolboy." He was sectioned instead of jail all them years ago. I seen a post a few weeks ago saying he was online, up to no good. 20 years on, still at it. I apologize for the British speak, but all of this post further corroborates that not only has David been LARPing as a schoolboy and creeping after kids for 3 decades, but it also corroborates that he was actually taken to court over it at least once. But he was simply sent to a mental institution and released instead of being jailed. We also have a mention of his supposed full name here, David Walter Alter. But someone else who replied to this woman's post also also said he probably had his name changed. One of the Reddit users who posted underneath this thread said this: "The woman who was claiming she was harassed by him extensively said she was 15 in 2004 when it happened." In a post on his Stephanie account on Facebook, he has a long ranting post where he's talking about a Darren. Darren is actually him, David, and it ends with this: "It isn't surprising then that when Darren legally and properly won in a matter in 2004 where he was lied about by a girl aged 14 who had wanted to be his girlfriend and was rejected but became bitter, that the person with delusions of grandeur focused on that as a hypocrite rather than admit to her own doings." The poster asserts that this quote is referring to the same event. They go on to say, "If so, it obviously affected him greatly enough to come out in his characters, as I imagine being involuntarily committed somewhere could." I think this poster is probably correct, seeing as David himself admits that Darren is a fake name he uses to be careful. So it's likely that the stories with this name are about himself. In these Darren posts, David says that Darren's mom moved away in 1992.
This research is so in-depth. This fucker's got a fucking team.
Which I guess would explain why the Brazilian guy thought she had died and why he was free to act the way he did after that point in time. His family was now out of the picture. Based on the information David provides, it seems he was at odds with his sister, whom he exclusively refers to as the
Kelly. I recognize this is not entirely your fault because I accidentally made a double because I can't process basic math. But this shit is fucking me up royally. I just want you to know that, Kelly.
person with delusions of grandeur. Reason being that she took issue with the stuff he was up to, calling him a crossdresser. There's also the mention of an older brother, meaning David may have even more siblings. Besides the Stephanie post that this guy is referring to, David also has a Facebook account where he goes by the name David London. On this account, there are multiple long-winded rants where he refers to being in close contact with a teenage girl younger than 16 in 2004. In these posts, he usually says that this girl was a child actress in a wartime drama. But as you can imagine, it's very unlikely that a successful child actress would be interacting with David in 2004, when he would be around his 30s. Kiwi Farms users eventually traced what actress he was alluding to, concluding he must have been talking about Keely Fawcett, reason being that she starred in a 2004 movie titled Carrie's War. Of course, David wasn't in contact with Keely Fawcett, but instead Keely Park, the real name of the girl whose post I read earlier, who identified him by name. When contacted about it, she maintained her story, but said that she had no more information on him besides his name. Fortunately, the name David Alter was already more than enough for online sleuths to get more than a fair share of information regarding him, dating all the way back to 1994. Roughly 2 years after David's Schoolboy Act began, we have an article about how important school uniforms are to keep kids disciplined, written by someone named David Alter. This is
when I joined, there was talk of absinthe. Is absinthe in the drink? Yes, unfortunately. To my detriment.
In the letters to the editor section of the newspaper, and although there could be another British David Alter who is adamant about the importance of school uniforms, this could very well be the first ever recorded instance of Smart Schoolboy 9 in action. It's only 7 whole years later, in 1999, that we get another piece of David's paper trail, this time in the form of a Usenet thread about him. Now, typically when I go over older stuff online, it's from the perspective of someone who actually knew about them firsthand, but in this case, this is so ancient that it's before my time. Basically, before you had forums, you had Usenet, which was a very rudimentary way for people to connect and communicate before bigger platforms like Reddit allowed them to do so in a more convenient way. The thread is titled Tesco's Freak Show, Doncaster. Anyone who's been to the Doncaster Tesco on a weekday evening will know what I'm talking about. At first, many months ago, I thought it was just a released into community care weirdo with a severe skin complaint. However, last week, whilst working on the town center lighting, I saw it, without its charcoal and blusher combination face covering, Negro-style permed ginger hair, embarrassingly too small schoolboy's uniform.
Okay, Turkey Tom just dropped the medium N. That's kind of wild.
And ridiculously high girls' platform shoes. It was stood up without makeup outside the Christchurch gents toilet for hours on end. I saw the police twice asking it to move on without arresting it, and it continued to frequent the toilets. A couple of weeks ago, me and the missus were going through the next checkout from this freak. As usual, most of the staff were taking their breaks early to see the show, security guards falling apart with laughter.
Is that word in? Is that word okay now? British don't give a shit. I don't know. I don't know what's acceptable anymore, okay? I'm just trying to get by. Trying to get my white boy ass by, you know what I'm saying?
A lot to cover, and today we're gonna
fucking hell. Amateur hour's back. Fuck, what did I do? Why are we on Danky Jabbo? How did we get to Danky Jabbo?
Laws in the United Kingdom.
Son of a bitch. Chat, where was I at? Why is Nick Fuentes here? Son of a bitch. I feel like us whiteys don't need to be using it in surplus. However, we have another commenter saying, I'm black, it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to side with the black gentleman or gentlewoman. Also, I don't know. That's not, you didn't hear that from me. I don't be using the medium N. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing it safe. Does nobody know where I was? Titties says it's not okay, but another black person says it is okay. So do I go with titties or do I go with the gentleman of African origin? I think I'm gonna go with the latter, but also I personally am gonna play it safe. I'm not dropping any N's personally. 27.
That we get another piece of David's paper trail, this time in the form of a Usenet thread about him. Now, typically when I go over older stuff online, it's from the perspective of someone who actually knew about them firsthand. But in this case, this is so ancient that it's before my time. Basically, before you had forums, you had Usenet, which was a very rudimentary way for people to connect and communicate before bigger platforms like Reddit allowed them to do so in a more convenient way. The thread is titled Tesco's Freak Show, Don.
Also, Trash
anyone
Panda,
who's been to the Don.
Thank you for the 5
but we did have
subs
loads of
again. Shister, now that I've confirmed your gender against your will, I appreciate that greatly.
Fun. I won't mention her by name, but I do say nice things about her on my Facebook. Before July 2024, I received odd feedback on Instagram, which I had on another phone, suggesting that I had been in at least one other reality and how I had achieved that. Then I was sent clips of the other version of me.
Trash Panda single-handedly keeping the Twitch component of these live streams alive. I love it.
I have no children and haven't made my former partner pregnant. The boy in the clips is about age 9 or 10, very pale. I should just say, on numerous occasions when playing that character, albeit with a bit of makeup on my face and mixing or editing the videos, there'd be a vibe of another reality. I am of sound mind, so I know what's real and what I experienced. This post is absolutely crazy, and there's a few different interpretations. On one hand, you could believe that he's a genuinely delusional person who believes that Smart Schoolboy 9 is from another reality. But another possibility is that he's either trying to subtly hint at having some form of DID, or he's outright making this insane claim to try and exculpate himself by making himself sound delusional. It's really hard to say to what degree he believes what he's saying, or if he just acts like it on the off chance that people will treat him more like a mental case than some kind of predator. Whatever the case may be, it is pretty disturbing to hear him talk about a nice girl he was acquainted with, whom he had loads of fun with, or his former partner, knowing he's most likely referring to a 15-year-old Keely. It's also interesting he mentions he has multiple phones, and I can only wonder what he has on them. He then goes on to say this: the school character then had some of his clips featured in a video made by some disgruntled person with what looks like exaggerated art-like photos of other children, and that video went viral. There then was a completely daft guessing game whereby the false accuser said I owned 6 different Instagram accounts, but those, if they existed in this reality, aren't actually from this reality. Instagram secretly allows other dimensional accounts. That's plain and clear. The military knows that that happens, and the feedback I received by someone trusted, whilst anonymous, confirmed that. He then goes on to give random, inane details about the lives of his characters, explains how cloning is real, asks who he believes to be his brother for housing, claiming he's in danger, and finally shares this image of himself. Now, obviously, we can tell that this picture is edited in some way. It appears to have a few filters on, maybe Snapchat filters, maybe AI upscaling filters to smooth out his skin, but it is in some way a picture of himself. Usually in his schoolboy videos, it looks and sounds like he has something inside of his mouth to give it that inflated look, whereas here, it looks like he's puffing his cheeks up like that Fallen Chungus profile picture. I guess because he thinks it makes him look better or younger. Along with these bizarre chat logs, a few more voicemails were also leaked, and they are as disturbing as they are hilarious.
You sound like a girl.
I don't like what I sound like.
Is this Stephanie?
No.
Okay, I swear the zipper is just subpar on this new pair of pants. All right.
Thinks it makes him look better or younger. Along with these bizarre chat logs, a few more voicemails were also leaked, and they are as disturbing as they are hilarious.
Put my time behind.
Sound like a girl.
Never mind what I sound like.
Is this Stephanie?
No. You hacked John's account. You're the one who hacked. You're a criminal, and you hacked.
Christina Park is a pedophile. A pedophile! Christina! Stop the shit! You, Christina Park, are a pedophile, and you know that! We're trying to help you!
Whoever this Christina person is, it seems they got on David's nerves so much that he became American. As far as I can tell, the year 2025 only brought one...
Remember last week when Sly Boy told us he's a grower, not a shower? I do not recall telling you guys that. But unfortunately, that is accurate.
Legitimate upload from David.
Hi, I'm at school. It is the year 2025. I'm a schoolboy, a child of school age, despite what you might have heard, particularly in the scam documentaries about me.
Such an interesting body and face.
I cannot say much more at the moment, but I'd like to assure you that I really
wow, Trash
am
Panda,
a
thank you so much. What even is that? 10? I'm surprised I even have 10 people to which gift subs could be given. But thank you, appreciate that over on Twitch. Everyone on Twitch eating tonight.
Oh boy, I make
Thanks
all
to
this
Trash Panda.
effort with my school uniform and school mini boots. They're quite popular, and thank you for those. Other schoolboys of age 9, 10, 11 that are popularizing these school boots that I've got on. Stay safe, because people will lie about you. They will tell lies. But I am a schoolboy, and that's all for now.
He himself acknowledged this video on his Facebook page, but it seems like he's never made a full return to the schoolboy persona since then. He has, however, continued to post on his Stephanie Schoolie account, as well as a new Twitter account called
Trash Panda, I hope you aren't drinking absinthe straight. Absinthe was never designed for that. You gotta be including
where he
it in
frequently
something.
came to Stephanie's defense. For the majority of the year, this was all his detected activity, even though he probably is doing other things under the radar. But right as December began, a YouTuber named It's Rooster posted a video on David, covering not only the last few findings from early 2025, but also some new information. Apparently, Rooster got in contact with a girl who ran a TikTok account called Unscrupulous Person, which focused on Smart Schoolboy 9 related content, who had some experiences with David online. It turns out he had made 2 new TikTok accounts, Vicky Soul 5 and No Pervs Allowed 2, both of which he used to post up to 20 comments on this girl's account per day. There was also a new Facebook account called Lindsay Lane, which I suppose was his latest attempt at a Stephanie-like schoolgirl character. I personally would say that he hasn't quite convinced me that he's...
This is my first time watching the stream and I'm confused as hell. To be fair, I'm also pretty confused. I feel like the Schoolboy 9 stuff is just... it's kind of difficult to wrap your head around in general.
A little girl yet, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. It also seems like David can't help himself but return to the Smart Schoolboy 9 related Facebook groups to defend himself, which always blows his cover before he can amass any significant activity, and sooner or later his account gets deleted as well. While Rooster searched for his video, he found yet another new Instagram alt under the name Rhythm Russell Reviewer, which mostly followed children. I think that unless he does something particularly egregious...
In my defense, like 80% of this video is a horrible time to pause, okay? We're just dealing with an individual who is not kind to pausing.
Just like sending something explicit to a minor or getting caught with
Trash Panda also
material on one of his devices.
Doubling down. Thank you for the gift subs, the 5 gift subs. Not at all expected, but very much appreciated, my friend.
He's probably just going to keep making new accounts forever. Even if his initial objective was to get in contact with kids, at this point, it seems like he's developed a taste for the attention he gets from people who send him DMs, as he keeps going back for more of it, even if he does delete his accounts when they get too much attention for his liking. Even in the comment section of Rooster's video, there seem to be 2 accounts, called Joyous Girl and Her Pixel, which post in David's exact style defending him. Unsurprisingly, if you check the Wayback Machine on the Joyous Girl account, it used to be called titled Smartest Schoolboy 9 New Boy. There's simply no point in engaging directly with this guy. He's too much of a degenerate to actually care about that, and too addicted to attention to stop himself. Maybe there is some bizarre mental condition you can properly diagnose him with. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter, because as long as he's free to keep doing what he does, he's gonna keep doing it. Luckily for humanity, he seems to be too much of a freak to actually manage to groom anyone, and this is gonna continue to be the case as he gets older and more
That is kind of the
deranged.
vibe I got that's like weird about it, which you come across as like someone obviously is perverted, right? In a way that all of us disapprove of, but may very well have never like actually harmed anyone. Technically, I mean, you could say there's harm in taking real children's photos and like utilizing them for your fetish, obviously, but like I think there are individuals who just like haven't actually done something to a real individual in real life and aren't planning to cross that boundary. Which is like, how do we police that? It's kind of hard to say.
Hopefully he gets permanently sent to some psych ward or maybe prison before he successfully harms anyone else, but it's really hard to tell where the story will go from here. It's honestly sad to think that this all could have been prevented if David had just purchased a Stop Gooning hat at turkeytom.shop. Given recent events, there's never been a better time to get one. Anyhow, I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
Oh, that's kind of hype. He has
Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
Kind of huge. Okay, well, thank you guys for exposing me to that. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That's very fantastic. Can I get? Where's my fucking playlist? I need a palate cleanser from that. What do I get into here? Okay, here. We'll do a real quick one. Again, Twitch, sorry, you're the redheaded stepchild on this shit. Let's see. Hold on, I'm cooking. Okay, you guys are seeing my screen right now. You see there's the 2 videos right there. Pull initiated. Go. First stream too. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. Oh, it's a tight race. It's a tight race. Okay, 58% red shirt. Nope. Sliding behind. Nope. Back to 60. Okay. What are we voting on? We're voting on the video. Look at the right side of my stream. Friday stream, the playlist. Okay. Red shirt, white shirt. Who are we going with, gang? Red shirt's pulling ahead. Is YouTube the other chat? Yes, it is. Sorry, we haven't fully, haven't really found a way to fuse the 2 communities, but separate but equal is the unofficial Slyboy slogan. We're trying to find, a different one that's less historically charged, but you know what I'm saying. All right, I'm calling it there. Red shirt took the cake, gang.
You guys for the law. You're the right to you. Can afford the law. And they're gonna kill you all! Kill you all! In a world of pure imagination.
When police respond to reports of
I'll say off the bat, nice voice, beautiful teeth.
Serious threats to a local business, they come face to face with a suspect whose behavior that may have been shaped in part by ChatGPT makes it nearly impossible to tell what he believes is real and what's a complete delusion.
Yeah, I am the lab.
Wait,
The
did I
following
fuck
is
up the
based on
poll?
official-
Oh, because the chat was covering the red and the white shirt. Well, at the end of the day, you guys went red shirt. Here we are.
Police records released to date. On the evening of March 7th, 2025, a father and his son walk into a police station in Westlake, Ohio, to discuss a car the son had previously reported stolen, unaware that one of them is about to be arrested for something else.
Fishmill's comment was redacted, but I saw it. I saw it and I see you. And should you have posted that? Should you have written that? No. Did I see it? Yes. Was it funny? No comment.
Entirely. The man in handcuffs is 20-year-old Shion Park, and the discussion about the car was all a ruse created by police to have him come to the station voluntarily.
Security perimeter. No weapons, guns, bombs, sprays, impact, or electrical.
Don't sit back. You sit back with me. You're actually dead.
The urgency to bring Shion to the station stemmed from a call earlier that night, when police were summoned to the Mark's grocery store where he works. According to reports, a co-worker from the store showed police text messages from Shion in which he threatened to kill everyone at the store the next day, while also calling himself Lord Shiva.
You know why you're here? Because I want to kill you all in 12 p.m.
Oh, okay.
What's the time? Hey, 11 o'clock. It's not 11 o'clock. Hey, dumb. Listen.
Oh, it's 10:57.
Shut the up. I did not ask you.
I don't give a who you asked.
Hey, you're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
Scout wise, my name Green. I actually have zero idea. I have no idea. Oh, I think you're a channel member right now. Someone probably gifted you one.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I am the law. Jesus. Oh, Jesus can't save you, buddy.
As Shion continues acting in a completely unpredictable manner with the officers, his father calls his other son from the lobby, hoping he can help communicate with officers.
I live in North Homestead, so I'm not too far, but I was just wondering what happened.
Yeah, so he was arrested by us for making threats. Has he ever been diagnosed with anything or has seen like a specialist or no?
I think the only thing he's been diagnosed with like ADHD, to be honest.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful is this life.
He's not going to do anything, and he hasn't done anything like that. He said a couple of weird things to me, too. I told him to stop, and he did.
But his brother no longer seems to be the one he's listening to. According to police reports, detectives later uncovered conversations between Shion and ChatGPT discussing his plans at Mark's, where he refers to March 8th as Judgment Day. Investigators noted that
I received Shion Park's phone dump from DFE Johnson. The phone dump showed numerous text message threads with ChatGPT about Park's plans for March 8th, calling it Judgment Day. He mentioned several times how things will end and those who are ready will be saved. Damn.
where he refers to March 8th as Judgment Day. Investigators noted that during the course of the conversations, replies from the AI chatbot seemed to empower and validate Shion's opinions.
I mean, of course.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh.
I do wonder when we will stop this whole thing where it's like, ooh, AI is bad because they told the delusional guy to go out and kill people. Like, AI is a fucking tool. It's a... people are going to come to an understanding of what the identity of AI is. This thing where it's like this, like, people are treating it like it's a human right now, which it's not. It's a tool that will validate or invalidate opinions depending on what its parameters are. Just the hysteria of like, oh, you fed it the right prompts and it told you, yeah, you should kill people. Wow, how could it do that? Well, I mean, it's an algorithm. It's going to do that depending on what its, you know, bowling lane guardrails are.
That makes me a little happy. Because I know what you've done to those children.
Tells you what you want to hear. Yeah, obviously.
Oh, you're planning
like
to
if you
kill
know
me.
how
You're
to
drug
work it,
me.
of course.
Oh, that's so nice of you. That's so nice. I'm gonna kill you all. Kill you all. At 12. I'm never late.
You got an hour. Little less than an hour. About
Dude's
9 minutes.
proper
A little less than an hour, and
cracked.
you're supposed to say it's a little less because that's the last time you're ever gonna breathe.
No, I think that was. Oh, no, I'm still breathing. Oh, crazy.
I thank you so much. If you shake my hand, I will free you from your agony. But I know you won't shake my hand because you would never.
He must be God.
I shake plenty of people's hands.
Can you shake my hand?
I just ain't shaking yours.
Your life depends on it.
No, it doesn't. I guarantee you have no bearing on my life.
2, 1. Thank you.
I did it again.
I love you.
I did it again, gang. I'm so sorry. Someday I will be frugal on this channel. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Second chance.
Do you know what today tomorrow is?
I wanted to keep the stream going, and I also wanted Chinese food. I don't know what to tell you.
In a world of your imagination.
Please. Forgiveness. Please. Forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
What do we have to do?
What do you have to do? Or what does he have to do?
Both.
Well, I told you he had to knock this off, and he didn't.
According to police records, in the days leading up to the incident, officers were called to the family's
We
home
have
multiple
sweet and
times
sour
for a
chicken
series of
at the
troubling
moment.
reports. Among them were messages Shion sent to former classmates, including images of himself with pentagrams
Chilling
and
big time. Welcome to the
666
inner
drawn
circle.
on his body,
Glad to have you here.
along with statements about taking one of their souls. There was also a claim that he had purchased a gun. At the time, officers determined he didn't pose an immediate threat and warned him to cease contact with the involved parties.
A gun? You know what a gun is?
Yeah.
Did he buy one?
You want to buy?
Did he buy one?
He bought?
I'm asking you, did he buy a gun?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He had something going for him, like, you know, he was like doing golfing calls and all that, but all of that went.
Oh, I'm sending you. Sorry, eating. Very rude, unprofessional streamer. I'm sending you prawn crackers. Hope they get there. You know what that is? What's weird is that's just not a thing in the States. But yeah, like anytime I've ever gotten Chinese food in Europe, it comes with prawn crackers. Does not exist. There's not a single prawn cracker in the entire United States. Doesn't exist. But what's weird about that is it's Chinese food. So why did the Chinese only bring prawn crackers to Europe and not to the US? Makes you think.
Really bad, and ever since then, he's just been having a really difficult time accepting that it's gone really bad.
This guy watches anime. Too many animes.
There's no.
We're seeing so many of those now.
Stop, I love it. Don't do it again. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Oh no, please. Please. Oh, wait, well, I need your officer. No.
You have it all.
No, your name.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Lieutenant Fox.
Oh, Lieutenant Fox. Oh, Lieutenant.
Catering to European taste buds? They have taste buds for prawn crackers?
Can you be a good dog and give me a drink?
No, don't think so.
Can you be a good dog and get me a drink?
Because you just
This,
I'm
no,
it's crazy how many arrest body cam footages now are such an obvious result of kids watching anime. And I'm honestly very grateful for it. It's a beautiful phenomenon.
Okay?
You won't.
I will speak whenever the I choose to.
Look at me. Look at me. Tell me.
Do you think you intimidate me, dude?
No, I don't.
Good, because you don't.
Don't you dare look at me. That's funny, right? You will be forgiven for laughing. And you're gonna see what I can do.
Thank God. You're saved.
He's about to bust out of these cuffs. I know it.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you flip it upside down? Because you're gonna die. And you, especially, officer, on the computer. Yeah, with the glasses, Mr. Four Eyes.
Oh.
Oh. Why am I? No! I need to get out. No! I need to run. Push me down.
What did the like did the like anime villain just like leave his body? Now he's the other character.
Please, I need to get out of here because I need to save your guys' lives. I need to go. Can you release me? I need to run away.
Brother.
There's no. Yes, master.
This is so embarrassing. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it is. Yeah. He's switching strategies now.
Paul? Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Go.
What's your social?
I don't know my social. You done it.
Oh. Okay.
How many orgies have you guys
All right.
had? You four. Tell me.
He just needs
Okay.
like, therapy right now.
Although the family believes Shion is harmless, officers still have a duty to determine the credibility of his reported threats.
You keep saying March 8th at 12 o'clock. What's the significance?
Nothing's gonna happen, guys. It's all a act. Look into my eyes and lie like I lie. You're safe.
What's your problem with people on marks? Is that what you said you want to kill them all?
Yeah, they're gonna all die.
Again, you're supposed to torture me today. If you don't choose to torture me, I'm literally going to kill you all. This is the last chance. If you don't shoot me right now, I'm going to kill you all. And if you don't kill me right now, I'm going to kill you all. Five. No, dude, this is the place where I'll be awakened, you idiots. I need you to take it off because I'm not going to do it. Good boy.
As the officers get Shion dressed into his new county-appointed wardrobe.
Yeah, take my clothes off. Good boy. Strip me down.
A revelation seems to wash over him.
Oh, wait, am I going to go to prison? My children will kill you all. Let's go! No way I'm going to do this with you guys.
Brother just hit a let's go. Brother just hit a let's go. Okay. We're in a new era, I guess. I just like this shit didn't used to look like this.
Let's go! Don't touch me, you little.
According to police reports, once in his cell, Shion continued his volatile behavior, removing his clothes, piling them in a corner, and urinating on them. He danced, screamed, sang, and shadowboxed, and at one point attempted to break the cell's surveillance camera. He also stuffed his bedsheet into the toilet, flooding the cell. Eventually, as he began to calm down, Shion requested a Bible. A search of the father's car and Shion's bedroom was completed, but no weapon was ever found. A correction officer reported the day after his arrest, Shion admitted to him that he consumed shrooms the day before and had no recollection of the previous night. Shion was banned from all Mark's properties.
No! How's he going to recover from
Like,
that?
give me water, you're going to kill us, but even though you requested water.
Yeah.
According to court records, Shion Park was charged with 2 counts of harassment with a bodily substance, 2 of aggravated menacing, 1 count of vandalism, and 1 count of intimidation. After a psychiatric evaluation, Shion was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Get the full story without the restrictions, including longer cuts, mostly uncensored episodes, and exclusive originals. Sign up for the eWoo Plus app, available.
Wow, they got a premium option now. Incredible. Well, you know, props where props due. Way better than Law and Crime. I fuck with EWU. All right. Well, Asian King over here. Honestly, incredible aura. Love to see it. Fantastic. Sorry, his his strategy didn't really work out for him, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Anyway, Anyway, that's mostly what I have for you. I don't think I have another one in me, but I have. Let me think. As I consume my Chinese food. Part 2. Hold on. Let me look this guy up. Part 2 of this guy, the Mylol thing. I'll get that out at some point. Was talking to some people today. Can we get a Sly Boy lullaby? Okay. Part 2 of the Mylol thing coming around. I don't know when. I know why. I said it would be in 24 hours, and that shit's not happening. Working on more stuff. And as I said this at the beginning of stream, but a lot of people still don't seem to know. Tuesdays and Fridays, 6:30 Central Time. Rework that, whatever your local time is. Figure out the math. Know it in your head so that you know to tune in. But yeah. Exciting new stuff happening. Working on a lot of new stuff. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. I think we had I don't know, last time I looked over at the stat, it was 160 people in here. That, I just, the fact that there's 160 people willing to just hang out for a little bit, I really, really appreciate that. So if you are one of those brave individuals, I appreciate that. It's 4 a.m. in your time. You want a lullaby? We're going to skip the lullaby. We're going to go straight to bedtime, Mega Strawberry, okay? You need to fucking go to bed. 144 now. That's because I started winding down the stream. But regardless, please stay tuned. I'm getting out some new shit real soon. I'm gonna get offline now. But guys, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. No lullaby. No lullaby. Shut the fuck up. Not doing that. Stop. Stop saying please. Stop. Okay? We're done. We're done. Okay? We're done. I'm ending it.